Hello, we are Legends on Paper, an eclectic group of longtime gamers with a passion for Dungeons & Dragons. We are not voice actors, professional gamers, or paid performers. We are regular people, just like you, except that we'll probably make complete fools of ourselves along the way as we attempt to have fun and entertain. If you enjoyed tonight's production, please follow us on Twitter and subscribe to our channels on Twitch and YouTube. And most importantly, don't forget to tell all your friends. Thank you for joining us on this epic journey as Legends on Paper presents the greatest adventure. Welcome to Legends on Paper, folks. Tonight, we have one of our players missing, Kiva, as unfortunately she had to take her horse for liposuction or something of that nature. Not quite exactly sure what the details were, but anyway, she is out for the night. So we're going to do a one-shot. We're going to do one shot, just interrupt the campaign for this one evening to do something fun and entertaining and different away from our campaign, and so Kiva won't miss a moment of fun. So anyway, as we get started here, we are still in the world of Plethwy, the world where our campaign is set, and as we get started, we find our heroes in a small town, a little port town called Estelle on the river La Prote, a few leagues east of Ys, which is just on the Primal Sea. See if I can bring our map up here a little bit closer to show us where we are in relationship to the rest of the world. And there you can see Ys, just south of the River of Mist and west of Karnak. This is a bit south of where the current campaign currently is, Lioness, which is a few leagues north. In any case, you're gathered in a local tavern called Amer's Flacons, where you have quite a busy crowd tonight, and you see other folk that are unusual in nature, seemingly entertainers, performers, those that are here to perhaps put on a show. And as you've just arrived, the three of you, not really knowing each other, but the fact that you're the only three Kabouter gnomes in this small little town, coming in separately, having a seat together, a little bit of light chit-chat as the evening gets started, when the proprietor of this tavern comes forward. He's a heavy-set fellow, and balding, and instead of graying so much, it's more of a like a gray permacurl that are just off to the sides of his hair, as if he once had a full head of a beautifully curly, tight curl permed hair that was blonde, that he just took a razor and shaved right through. He's quite tall. He's human, and probably in his 50s, early 50s, which may also be the result of his loss of hair. Who knows? In any case, he takes center stage, which is essentially the center of the tavern area, which has been cleared out. And there's about 20 tables around. This is a good-sized tavern with about 70, 80 people in it, kind of all crowded in, standing room only. You see a couple of Verger dwarves, you see a centaur, you see a couple of elves together, which look like merchants. As this is a port town, you see lots of sailors, fishermen, and traveling tradesfolk, and then, of course, the local people, which are very, very easy to recognize in this part of the world. But the proprietor introduces himself as a mayor. I'm a mayor, as many of you should know. If you don't, well, this is probably your first time here, as I generally speak to my most favorite clients on a regular basis, and I'm here all the time. I live here, as you know. Well, as you might know if you knew who I was, and if this was not your first time. Not getting into weeds or anything, you know that what tonight is. Tonight is the middle of the week, market night, where we are here gathered together to host all of our traveling performers and entertainers, bards and minstrels and so forth in a grand event where we give away a tremendous prize. Tonight, it's the Song of Season, and that is what they will all be competing for this evening. This is a wondrous magic item that is hard to come by. I found it once a long time ago in my travels, and fortunately, I have no need for it anymore, as I have all of you to entertain me. And in any case, we will get things started. But first, the three of you sitting together, not knowing much about each other, introduce yourselves and tell us a little bit about the appearance of your character. We'll start with Typecast.
Hello, greetings. I am Typecast. It is good to see you all again, as we have many times. I'm good. You see, I'm wearing very threadbare, ragged robes. I stink of a stable. My hair is disheveled, and I'm holding a vial that I'm sort of swinging around as I'm talking. It's funny that they stuck us all here at the short people table.
Did he call us short?
I think he did. I do not appreciate that.
Well, this is what the humans call us.
That's what the humans call us, but we are not short. I'm at least 2 centimeters taller than you.
It's okay. Sometimes you have to go with the flow and accept it.
And sitting right there is a bearded, older gnome who's slightly balding on the top of his head, just slightly. His hairline is going just ever so further back. And he has to his side a little drum that kind of accents every sentence that he has. It's just by habit. He just, every single time he makes a joke, or every single time he insults somebody across from him. And he's wearing what looks like blue and with black trim, like overalls, kind of like a leader horse.
Okay.
This is the company you find yourself in, Hunden.
And at the center of the table, looking back and forth between her two companions, is a slightly smaller, possibly lighter than both of you, Kabouter Gnome. She's on the small side, wearing very garish clothing. She has paint smudged on her cheeks, some of it in her hair, on her clothes, and strapped to her back. As near as you can tell, she's got at least 3 stringed instruments and some sort of wooden contraption framework that looks like it's got multiple legs, unfolds in different directions, and she's got about a dozen scroll cases strapped to her back.
All right. Well, as the representative of the Kabouter lands, nation, kingdom, whatever you might call it, you're the only ones here. Although, again, there are other races that you recognize outside of the typical humans here, and including some Hoflin. And as the evening gets started, Amir, he brings up, he begins to call forth some of the entertainers that he knows. Seems to have a personal relationship with a few of them. The first one he calls forward is a dwarf. Bolden, I would like you to start the evening for us. Please, come up with your chickens. Now, we do not want the same situation that we had last time. I understand you had to replace some of those, and the ones that got away wildly, of course, I had to cook up for the next day. And, boiled chicken is very fine, but not when they are named. In any case, we would like you to begin. The old dwarf, kind of heavy set, but you can see that he's way past his prime. And he rolls up to the center of the tavern, and he's got a cage that has 6 chickens in it. They're a little bit on the smallish side, kind of different colors, and one is a little bit more on the whiter side, one's a little bit more on the darker tan side, another one is jet black, all with tremendous flowing tails that indicate that maybe they're not exactly chickens. But in any case, that old dwarf and my mare seems to accept the fact that they are. Immediately he begins to take one chicken out of the cage, and you note that these must be highly trained chickens, as he throws it into the air, and rather than immediately start to flap its wings, it keeps its wings close to its body and then falls back down, lands softly in his old calloused hands, and then he takes another one, and he throws the first one and then the second one, and adds a third, and then the fourth, and then the fifth, and then the sixth.
Twice that many.
And we're going to roll a performance roll for Bolden and see how he's going to do with juggling
There is some stiff competition with them.
these chickens.
But he's throwing the birds into the air and he's catching them. It's not that impressive.
It's incredibly.
That's how he begins.
His belly looks like he ate half of them.
That's how he begins.
Funny because it is true.
But you are quite impressed that the chickens themselves aren't flapping away crazy and wild. They're keeping the wings tightly close to their breasts, as if they have done this many times before. Wow, nat 20 for Bodin, as a great big grin comes over his face, and pretty soon he's tossing chickens up in the air. He's got 6 of them in the air at one time, under a leg, behind the back, over the shoulder, in circles and swirls, and over. The crowd is just absolutely enthralled with the entertainment of this event as he finally brings it to a close, each chicken going deftly into the cage, very confidently looking at him looking admiringly at them. And if a chicken could be proud, or rooster, or whatever it might be, these certainly would seem to do so.
As old as he is, no wonder he's good at it.
Encore!
Oh, no, encore's not yet. We must have another performer come up. And so, as you know, the rule is, if you come in as an entertainer, which means that you're carrying a instrument of some kind, then you must perform. So, who would like to be next? He kind of gazes around. Davin.
I'll go to raise my hand and then stumble out of my stool and land face first.
Okay. Kabouter! Where are you from? Kabouter lands, I guess.
The Western Kingdom. I was once a performer for King Galerion himself.
Gladrion, yes.
Yeah, the Galerion himself in the Western Kingdoms. I was one of his most favorite minstrels.
Kabouter, they don't know
Probably
anything
heard
about
of me.
it.
My name is Typecast.
I have not. This is the first time I've heard of you, and now I will hear of you from now on. And we will see how memorable your performance might be. Please step forward.
I will. Good luck, my friends.
He immediately pushes out a stool. So in case you chose to do so, and a little box next to it, kicks it out too, in case you chose to hop on top.
I'll try my best to bound up there, but I'm very stumbling.
Wobbly, okay, yeah.
One moment. I'm getting.
So make an acrobatics as you jump up, clearly inebriated, onto the stool.
With disadvantage, I actually got pretty high. That'll be a 19 with this.
So okay, nice. As you hop up there, boom, boom, and
Sort of accidentally baseball.
there you go. But you're up there, solidly.
I will Still one of King Gladrion's favorite, if I'm mispronouncing.
Gradlon. Now I'm saying
He's
it.
never
Gradlon. It's fine. No
I've
worries.
seen him many times. I played him privately. Let's keep the peanut gallery to the...
I am not impressed with your words of our king. He is a very fine king. Well, he's a moderately okay king, but as he's not very good, his daughter was terrible.
I'm going to play now.
Okay, please go ahead. Roll performance.
19 again. Oh, wait, actually, it might be higher. These dice are doing me well today. Oh, it's 24.
Wow.
It's advantage.
Wow, nice. So the crowd just goes wild. They're so impressed with whatever it is that you just did. On what were you using? Was it
He's using his flute.
his flute? Okay.
Just side and then bounding across the stage, and it looks like he loses his balance every once in a while, but somehow he just miraculously recovers, and it's just... He's very clearly in a drunken stupor the entire time.
But also very clearly pretty good on his feet, and also quite the performer. And a huge applause goes up for
Better than the chickens, yes?
It
the
was
typecast.
he was a kabouter, so he's better than the dwarf.
That was mildly acceptable.
And once again, Amara, he looks around. So, will we have another participant? Yes. Oh, Centaur. You. Yes. Yeah, I can see you have what are this outfit you're wearing, covering yourself in such a way, and you look and see that a centaur, as some of you may be somewhat familiar with seeing from time to time, has the type of coat that you would put on a horse. Plus, he's wearing, it's a male, wearing a very flamboyant shirt or tunic that is like embroidered with flames, and you can see those flames can extend from, not real flames, but just the embroidery flames down the front of his tunic and then back along, continuing along the skirt that goes over the horse part of his back.
Does he have a bandolier of daggers?
Alger, I'm so glad you are here again. I remember you from Lisbon, 2 years? Are you recovered? I see you only have a few burns. No fire tonight, I see. Good. I am glad to see you. I burned down my tavern last time. Don't have any more of that. And this time, big smiling, toothy fellow, seems very confident as he...
Why the long face?
Heard that before. Don't start with me. Just kind of...
I couldn't hear you. Are you a little hoarse?
He just kind of...
That's right, just rein it in.
Oh my God.
It is funny because you are half horse.
I'm going to kill you all if you don't shut up. All right, please, everyone, please, relax. Okay, let's not get the equine excited, please. All right.
Yes, let's get to the main event.
You even changed my accent.
Enough stalling.
Oh my God. We have some funny ones I'm talking like a computer now. We have some funny ones in here tonight, I see. Well, we'll get back to the Kabouter later. Please, my friend Centaur, Alger, please, do your magic. And he watches the Centaur just kind of like ignoring the three of you. After looking daggers at every one of you, enters the center of the tavern. And you note that he has something on his hooves that kind of shine and glitter. These horseshoes that, when they tap the stone floor, send off a little spark. And he begins this dance. Now, imagine a centaur doing like a Michael Flatley Feet of Flames. And he's like, move all four legs up and down, back and around, and so forth. Let's see how
With spark and fire. Got it.
Sparks and how Alger does. Not too well. Sadly, perhaps he's a little bit off his cadence. As, the crowd does not respond. to his entertainment. And pretty soon, Amir is like, okay, I'll say we've had enough. It's very fine indeed, but you'll need, I know you don't have the actual flames to go with it this time, but maybe next time you will work something out that is a little bit more compelling to our friends here. And you get some like his golf clap. Quietly.
That's what happens when you fool around.
I'll be waiting for you all outside. And you see him just boom, literally go right out the front door, pushing past the crowded room and out the door. Well, I hope we don't have to worry about it. Don't worry, he has a temper. But your jokes are very funny. I like that. So the three of you, maybe you make quite a team. So how about one of you coming up and showing us what you have?
I might kill the vibe. Oh, German accent, jeez. I might kill the vibe if I go up first.
I have no problem killing the vibe.
Please make your way.
I'm gonna walk up onto the stage.
Do you need a support or a crate or like a friend, a stool to stand upon?
No, I just need you to get out of my way, Pudgy. She'll climb up
All right,
on the
then.
stage.
Okay.
She take off the contraption on her back, starts unfolding it, and it's an easel. She sets it up. She takes out one of the scroll cases, and it's a canvas. She unrolls it, puts it up on the easel. All right, you dimwits, pay attention. You're about to see some talent. Especially you over there, humans. This is what skill looks like.
Dubious look on all faces all around.
She reaches down into her pants, further than she should, pulls out a paintbrush, which seems to be wet and red.
Oh my god.
And she starts painting a picture while singing a bawdy little kabouter tone. And as she does, she's looking around the room and pretty much mocking everybody she sees. Pudgy! She points at the owner, whose name she never bothered to learn. Bring some beer up here. I'm gonna need to get blind drunk before I look at these ugly faces.
All right.
And as she's painting, she pulls off her shirt.
The tavern goes quiet. You're like mumbling, like, what is this? What's up?
You like that, do ya? And then, as she's painting, she kicks off a boot.
Risque.
And it continues until she's not wearing anything at all. And then you can see where the rest of her paintbrushes are.
Oh, jeez.
And she starts painting herself as well.
Roll a performance with advantage as this astounded, jarring event, astounded crowd.
That would be a natural 20.
Oh my god. Pure silence as this goes on. And when she finally completes, does she actually create a picture, an image on there?
She does. It is a yellow circle, and it's got 2 dots and a curve, and she has painted a smiley face.
I think I'm in love with her.
How did the paint change colors?
Okay, she's amazing.
That's a smiley face. A couple of human sailors, like, incredible. None of them are looking at the smiling face.
Just looking up.
Unless any part of the smiley face extends to what she painted on herself.
Actually, you know that when you look a little closer, you can see there are some circles and a little curve.
And then it's like spontaneous combustion. Just the crowd just starts like this. And then it just starts to add and more until they're literally howling.
Don't just clap, throw coin.
And coins start to be thrown up at you, gold and silver and copper. And before long, if you choose to collect them.
Of course I collect it.
Okay. You find yourself with that nat 20, that huge performance roll, 110 gold and 85 silver coins have been thrown up. And
115.
the words encore are repeated over and over. Hunden, Hunden in your name.
She will go
Hunden.
gather her clothes and her supplies and head back to the table.
I love you.
Oh,
I know.
enough. That was incredible. I've never seen anything like that. I did not. You're so small. You're little people. And you look like, I don't even want to say it. Like,
I'm like a TARDIS.
yeah, what is that?
It's bigger on the inside.
Why then? I don't know what that means. And I'm, I would expect.
Give me enough beer and you might.
It's coming. I will bring as much as you like tonight. You may drink on the house. As a matter of fact, you have earned it for your friends as well. This table drinks with no charge. Well, that was incredible.
It's back to follow.
I get dressed sitting at the table.
Thank you.
It's going to be a very tough act for you to follow.
Oh, in that vein, I think we must have at least another one of our Kabouter friends that may like to perform for us. If you can beat that, maybe that
go
might
on up,
be
old
for
man.
you.
All right, well, and Shice is gonna head to the stage. He's going to start with his club in one hand, drum in the other. And I'm going to scan the crowd for a moment, and I'm going to pick the person that looks the most insecure.
Right now, it's because of the noise of the crowd, the centaur's poked his head back in. And
It's him.
your eyes immediately alight on that fellow. Definitely looks the most insecure in the crowd.
Oh, Peter Fire has decided to join us again. Come on out here, friends. Come on.
He kind of comes in hesitantly.
Tell me, friends, what is your name?
It's Alger. Didn't you hear what he said?
I'm sorry, speak up, friend.
Alger.
Oh, sorry, I can't quite understand you. You sound a little hoarse.
For
And
fuck's
he's going to try
sake.
to intimidate the audience.
Okay. Roll intimidation.
Let me pull this back up. So I'm looking at the wrong thing.
The centaur definitely shrinks back a little bit. This is one of the medium-sized centaurs, not the large centaurs. So he's probably a little bit subconscious, yes, to begin with.
Intimidation.
That's it's a 17. I rolled a 9.
A 9?
9 plus 8. 7.
Oh, okay, so your total is 17. Got it.
17.
Okay, so, I mean, it works on a good majority of the crowd as they just kind of like follow your lead, and the eyes are shifting back and forth at this point. Many still lingering on Hunden, but looking at the embarrassment and anger, the reddening face of the centaur as it begins to slowly, angrily back out of the tavern. I won't forget this. The door slams.
I think we are making that.
I'm surprised you can spell them.
I don't know if he's ever going to come back.
I think I can.
Well, don't worry, I got 20 more minutes of horse-related material now. What kind of medicine do you give a sick centaur?
What kind?
Cold stir up.
Oh, Braun.
What did the mayor say to a fool?
What? What did he say?
It's past your bedtime. And I'm gonna do another
Okay.
intimidation. Ooh, 26.
The crowd, especially those that are near you and closely around this circle.
It's very funny.
So roll a performance.
Yeah.
And since you intimidated them twice, I'm gonna give you advantage on that.
Baseline never changes, just a solid.
It's a solid, steady run. Ooh, 20 total, 17 plus 3.
Okay, nice, very good.
I rolled a nat 1 on the first one.
Wow. Yeah, that would you would have been out there with the centaur probably. Okay. So as you continue this set, through performance and intimidation, the crowd is responding to you in various ways and for various reasons. But ultimately, as you step down, there's a huge rise of applause for our third Kabouter friend that has performed for the crowd and done very well. After you leave the open area, there's a few more acts. There's the Hoplin, a Hoplin that sings something about farming and agriculture that is surprisingly, surprisingly falls flat, or unsurprisingly falls flat. And a couple other players of various instruments and so forth, some that are just passing through like you are. So yes, a number of entertainers that are local and non-local continue for the next hour or so to various levels of decent performance, nothing really close to what you guys have done tonight. And of course the Verger with the chickens with his nat 20. And so we have two nat 20s between the dwarf juggling the chickens and Hunden, who definitely made an impression. And I gotta say, as Amir looks around, asking the crowd, we have a tie, I believe. Who would you elevate to the winner of our fair competition tonight? Do you want Bodin, the thrower of chickens, and just loud clapping for the dwarf? And then he turns to Hunden. And then we have our new friend, the
Hunden stands up and pulls her shirt up.
And I'm pulling out bagpipes.
And I'm going to cast minor illusion and recreate the pose she has when she finished the smile.
Okay. And undoubtedly, I mean, there is just raucous clapping and shouting and hooting and hawing. More coins coming your way as, should you pick them up, another 45 gold and 27 silver find its way to your table. And Amir just shakes his head and looks at the dwarf. I'm sorry, my friend. I can only give you this one. I must proclaim our new friend, Hunden, as the queen of this competition. And for you, my dear, you win the song of the season. And he brings over to you a golden amulet in the shape of a songbird. And he hands it to you. You feel, as soon as you have it in your hands, you feel the pull and tug within you of this obviously magical item wanting to bond with you, wanting to attune with you. And for this session and for this particular item, if you choose to immediately attune to it, it's up to you. And if you do so, then I'll tell you what it does.
Yeah, sure. It's a prize. She'll take it. She deserves it.
And of course, the whole time, everyone's clapping and many people crowding around. Some more suggestively than others, with Hunden trying to, perhaps score a date or for later in the evening. But as you attune to this thing, pretty much blocking out the noise all around you, what you have is an amulet that when you're wearing it and once you're tuned to it, provides you with advantage on any performance roll utilizing instrument or song.
Got it.
And so as the things start to calm down a little bit, you still have many sailors in particular lingering around Hunden. A messenger arrives, pushing himself through the crowd and up to your table, and looks around at the three of you. I would say,
I will protect it with my life.
no, not looking. We take this. It's a message for the three of you.
Snatch that.
Would you, yeah, customary
What? What is customary?
to coin?
Hey, no handout.
Hunden will take out a paintbrush and autograph his hand.
More valuables than anything she could have given you otherwise.
No, and he starts to walk.
You'll want to wash that before the flies get on it.
I believe you. I believe you're right, miss, yes. And just kind of turns away, glancing back 2 or 3 times as he goes toward the
She's
door.
dressed again. She just pulled it up for the.
Oh, okay, all right. I thought you just left it out there.
I don't know why there's 2 notes, but here, maybe you should.
You can't read. Hunden will open it.
Okay. So finely scrolled writing, penmanship, verging on calligraphy.
Somebody writes like a girl.
It says, "My compliment. You have proven yourself as an impressive entertainer. If you would consider a kind service, I would pay handsomely for a private performance at my home this evening. My wife is very ill and unable to leave our home. I'm sure her spirits would be lifted greatly to have an artist of your esteem take her mind off her ills, at least for a short time. We reside in the great house at the end of Tallow Street. Please come right away, as I fear she has little time remaining in this world, and her last days should be filled with joy, if I can manage it. Kind regards, Lord Germain Durant, for Lady Elaine. Eloise. Lady Eloise. Not Lady Elaine. Lady Eloise."
Is the name got racial connotations? Like, if I were to read, Hunden Umbercott, I might think to myself, oh, that's a
Kabouter.
That's a Kabouter.
Yeah, the Germain Durant is most certainly a name that you would recognize as germane to this area, Ease and the areas, the territory surrounding it. But as far as any race that it might be, you're presumably human.
That would be a bad thing. That'd be a very bad thing.
Lore. Lore drop.
You guys want to make a little money? We can take some humans.
Yes, anything for you, and I make it a point that.
Apparently there's a sick one, and her husband wants to pay us to perform.
That's hilarious. Let's go.
Perform musically and not in a
Whatever.
uncouth. Okay.
Maybe.
You like sound goose.
I've been approached by a few humans that seem to think the height difference is a bit. Never. Let's go.
So as you get up from your table and prepare to leave, there's still a few lingering around you.
You have crumbs in your beard.
That seem very disappointed that Hunden is not even paying attention to them, or taking them up on their many suggestions. And Amir notices that you are preparing to leave as well. But you cannot leave. I have so much more food and drink prepared for you, and the evening is yet young. Of course, it's like nearly midnight. Please, I would be honored if you would stay longer and maybe entertain the crowd some more.
We have to go visit a sick relative, but we'll be back.
Time. What time is it? I don't have a watch. They don't exist at this time, so I don't know why I'm looking at my arm. So anyway, I have no idea what.
It's your portable sundial.
Yes, it is. Thank you. So, will you come back again tomorrow? Perhaps perhaps I can even suggest that you stay a little while.
Maybe, but you're gonna have to do something with that.
It all grows hair. It won't grow hair anymore. This was an unfortunate mistake. When I was
The chickens?
No, it was not the chickens, but she was a feisty rooster. A rooster would be male, so then she's not a rooster. Feels like a wild cat. Yes, it was, and she took the hair right off. But I was much younger, leaving only this part. She called it a scalping. He was from a long way away. Oh, he was the best night of my life.
I think that he mated with it.
I think he fucked a cock.
No, what? No, what? No, no, I did not. No, you suggest anything like this, sir. I did not.
I apologize, hair, shiny, their noggin.
What? Come back tomorrow, and hopefully your mood will be improved and you will come back to perform. I will pay you that. You see, I had quite the
Come
crowd.
back tomorrow.
Tomorrow sounds good.
Okay. That centaur's probably outside waiting to kick your ass.
I hope so.
All right, we'll head out the door.
Okay, so as you do, the streets are fairly quiet at this time of night. You see the lanterns along the way, dark alleys leading off here and there. Not every street is lit, but the main one is, and you happen to be on Shallow Street, as you note by the street sign. It's actually on the ground next to cobbles, and we'll say you've been here long enough that you have an idea that if you go right, it's going to take you to the port. If you go left, which you haven't been far, all the way down to the end of, is probably where this lord lives.
That's where we're going to head.
And you can hear the disappointing cries and hails to come back as you leave the tavern, closing the door behind you.
They're too horny in there.
Sorry, fans, we will return shortly.
They smelled bad.
I like our dynamic here. I think, and the wife and the cranky grandpa. I think this is a good 3-man band that we can start. Yes.
Sure.
And Chalice is just staring at you.
Do I need to repeat? Is your
9
old ears?
Oh. That's it, Lord. Did they give you an address?
The big house.
It's a big house. What's the big house? All of these houses are pretty big.
Well, then we'll have to look for the big house.
So moving on along Tallow Street. Lights leading up a long way. It's a good ways as you wind your way out to the edge of this town, and you do see what looks like a great manor, slightly elevated, and the road literally ends at its driveway. And you can see that there is a carriage, very very nice carriage, not like a typical traveled carriage, but more of your upscale, luxurious wood that's been polished, and it's kind of not so much black as it is more of a cocoa brown, and there aren't any horses attached to it, but you can see that there are stables off. You can just barely see them off to the right near the edge around the corner of the mountain manor. And then there are double doors that lead up to it, up the stairs to it. So what do you want to do?
Go make some money.
Okay. All right. So as you make your way in there, you are faced, there's no barrier in between you and the front of this manor house, and you find yourself very quickly at these tall double doors. And as we do so, I'm going to go ahead and put us on a map. See how this is going to work. Okay. Yeah. So,
It's a very dark house.
yes, it is. Until we lift the veil of secrecy to see what's beneath. And here we find an entryway. And you guys can go ahead and put your figures on the board.
Do any of you feel like combat might be imminent?
I've been standing around you for quite a long time, and now I really want to sum something with my club.
Just because there's a map doesn't necessarily mean combat.
Whatever you do in the privacy of your own doors, no one can do this.
God, it's nice.
Okay, so you're faced with this tall set of double doors. What are you gonna do?
I guess we're gonna knock on the door.
Okay.
That's what your club's good for, I guess.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay. All right, so you can hear the echo of the knock through the doors as they kind of push in a little bit, even with the slight tap of a Kabouter gnome, appearing as if they're not locked or barred, but just kind of sway a little bit, but not enough that you can peek in and see what's inside. And then you hear a door creak open and then shut, and then kind of a slow walking footsteps on what sounds like a wooden floor coming forward. And then finally, the door creaks open and you see a human. The human is hunchbacked, and the level of his head and the curve of his spine as he's been hunched over literally puts his face almost at your level, as short as you guys are. And he's got this big wide face, and you can see there are a few teeth missing. He just sighs. What did you want?
Not that.
Yeah.
Wow, life's been tough. We have an invitation.
What are you here for?
We have an invitation.
You see that? Puts his hand through. Grab the snatches out.
Can we have someone more aesthetically pleasing, please? This is unpleasant to look at.
Right. Come in. He walks backwards a bit, and you see him almost tripping as he falls back, as he moves backward and opens the door wide so you can come into the room. And there you see very, very plain room, entryway that has two doors on the opposite side of the double doors that you just came through, and a few chairs and a bench, and pretty much that's it. Very, very plain.
All
Are we
right.
good?
We walking through?
Sure.
This is the first vestibule I've ever been in.
You remind me of a lawn decoration I had.
What are you even talking about, Fun?
Never mind.
What's in the line?
This house. That's all hip.
What are you? Well, what creatures are you? You're short and little, like, flame before. What are you?
I can't tell where the smell of your feet and your breath mix.
Oh, you're supposed to be funny.
I think so. I'm here at an invitation, so if we could hurry this along, it's
I can
getting
smell
late.
you easily enough. You smell like I like in daisies.
So that might be the smell of your own asshole. It's right next to your head.
But I like in daisies, you fool.
We're here to do something with the Lord's wife. I can't remember what it is.
I think a couple of things with the Lord's phone. I'm going to
Lord,
stop.
why? Sickly. Very sickly.
Yes, and sick people need entertainment occasionally, and that is why we are here.
You want anything?
No.
All right. Stay here. Just wait. Wait. And he walks through, kind of hobbles through. The door you're facing would be the door on the left.
What was
And
that?
into a dark hall beyond. You can see the flicker of lantern light or torch or whatever beyond. And then the door slowly creaks closed.
Mother always said if you made a silly face that it would stick like that, and that's what I think happened with him.
It must have been what happened there.
As you're waiting, everyone roll a perception.
Percept what?
Hearing,
10.
audio.
19.
Okay, all right. So,
Yeah. She
Grandpa.
starts falling asleep.
yeah, so the two of you don't. Only Shy Brenda notices the faint sound of what sounds like chopping coming from beyond the wall. You're facing the interior doors to your right, and just the faint echo of this like chopping sound, like not like chopping down a tree, but more like what you would associate with the sounds of a kitchen.
Oh, like a cutting board.
Oh my God, we're being fed to Hildy.
I'm going to very, very carefully try to open that other door just a crack, just enough so I can kind of peek in.
Okay. So the door on your right.
It's the one on the right, because
Yeah.
you said that's where the sound's coming from.
Correct.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
go ahead and make. You say you're trying to be stealthy.
Yeah.
So go ahead and make a stealth check. Let's see how stealthy you really are.
12.
Well, okay. So the door.
Oh, wait, I have advantage on stealth.
Oh,
Natural 20.
holy crap! So hearing the other door creak, that the hunchback
Oh,
fellow.
wait, I was wrong.
Oh,
I was
well.
wrong. It was conditional stealth, and I did not meet the conditions. I apologize.
So we're back to 12? Okay, so we're back to 12. The door, in fact, does creak a little bit as you open it just a little bit, just heat, and the chopping stops. What do you do? As you look in, you see what appears to be, well, you know what? Let me show you what you're going to see.
What appears to be a bone demon.
What appears to be Hildegard sitting over a bowl of stew.
Yes. Now, so I've designed this map with some unique features that I'm trying out tonight, and so we're going to see how this works. It's kind of like what you would anticipate if you were to be drawing out a map, except that rather than drawing it out, what we are doing is utilizing.
I don't like this idea. It's gonna be bad. Gonna be bad.
Utilizing magnetized walls that we can just pop right in here without supports to worry about falling over or getting knocked about.
How'd you do that?
Little magnets on them.
All right.
And they're all on a metal plate.
Okay.
So this is a new system that I'm trying.
So doors went to the street.
They both go to the same hallway. So it's dark inside, and then the flicker of what you see, a torch on a sconce about the center part of the wall. As you kind of opened this door and the creak sound, you could hear more clearly the chopping sound on the other side of this door, pausing for a moment and then continuing on. May or may not have had anything to do with
Your loud creak.
exactly. And then these double doors over here on the other side are closed still. You can see a little bit of light coming through the cracks between the doors, as they're not obviously not barred or sealed in any way. So you can get the impression that there's light beyond that. And what do you do next?
With the chopping continuing,
Yes.
he's going to just kind of slip into that room and go down to the double doors.
Okay.
Down,
All right.
and he's gonna try the same thing, hopefully a little more quietly.
All right. So are you gonna stealth down?
Yeah.
Okay. We'll do some stealth movement first.
That's a 14 on stealth
Okay.
movement.
Right.
Instead of movement.
Okay. So, I mean, there's a little bit of scuffing as you go down, but it's not terrible, as you move to the door. And then you're going to try and stealthily crack it open like the other one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, that one is not so good. That is an 11.
Okay. All right. So, again, there's a slight creak as the door opens a little bit and you peek in. And I'll go ahead and show you what you see in this room next. as I build that room very, very quickly. And I'm going to go ahead and...
She's sleeping. I'm watching her sleep.
Oh, yeah.
It's just like, where'd your grandfather go?
Grandpa's on an adventure again.
Yeah. All right, so we're going to put these...
Grandpa's off the hands again.
We're going to pop these in.
It's a big one. Bigger room.
Now you can't see the entire room, but just so I don't have to continue to rebuild as we go. Although it's, as you can see, it's pretty easy to do so. I pop these in to place, and then we have some interior effects you can see pretty clearly, as this appears to be a study or a sitting room and a study. You kind of open, this door creaks open a little bit. You can see that there's some bookcases here and there. You can see that there is the glow of a hearth nearby, and you can feel the warmth of it pretty close. Oops, which actually goes here. And the edge of a desk. You can see the shadowed form of somebody sitting at that desk.
Somebody.
A complete dark. Somebody is sitting at that desk. And there's some stairways near. There's a stairway leading up to the second floor nearby that I'll go ahead and put in here because you'll see it if you go into the room. Assuming you will. We shall see if you survive that long. Oops. I didn't put my stair together right.
You broke it.
Yes.
No.
Interrupted my stairway.
Magnetized modular dungeons are a product of Private Hunter. Copyright 2023.
All right.
On Steamport.
Yeah, well, that would be cool. There's a chest behind the desk over here, and we got another chair in here.
I just hate seeing unpopulated maps. I want to know what's going on.
Have you used the new one on Steam called
Dungeon. No. Really good. It's like you make the basic floor plan, and then you can just like select all and be like alchemy lab or stone dungeon, and it like repopulates everything, and you can move it around.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's good for virtual tabletops because then you can take like a picture above for like a Roll20 map.
Okay.
So yeah.
All right. So as you peek in, you can see the individual, just kind of a side profile a little bit of the person sitting behind that desk, and you can't see the face so much as just kind of the back portion of the body from the side. Well, let's see. You got a pretty good angle on it. So yeah, I mean, you see a finely dressed man with dark curly hair. Looks like he's probably in his 40s, and he's wearing a what looks like a plate mail that it's not full plate. It's just the breastplate is plate, and of course some leather greaves and vambraces and so forth. He has a cape that's attached to the plate, and it's kind of a reddish color, very, very different from what you might see a temple knight wearing. And there's something that is emblazoned or embroidered on it that kind of shifts as he's sitting there in this chair, and he's looking at this hunchbacked figure, and they're having a conversation just kind of quietly when the door creaks and they both look over. And the man pauses. Come on in.
Let me go get my party real quick. He's going to close the door and
You hear boom, 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 boom.
bust into the room.
My jacket is draped over you.
So we can go in now.
What?
We can go in now.
Oh, good.
The hunchback fellow burst in at that time. Did I tell you to wait? I tell you to wait.
Does this smell like ass to you?
Do not put that in my face. You told us to wait, but I was curious.
Will not bring them in. You hear someone calling.
We are being called.
I'm just going to walk past the hunchback.
Go, go, go. The figure at the table stands as you enter. You are much shorter than I thought. I did not expect you to be as little. I've seen Kabouter, of course, before, but I did not expect him to be. It's just so shocking to see you in real life sometimes.
And we didn't expect to see a bell ringer answering doors, but here we are.
I don't know what that means. And at that point, you hear it's like a sliding of a bolt, or the shifting of something behind the double doors. And the fellow looks over, just glances over, and then looks back at you. I'm very happy that you came to see me tonight. You followed my instructions precisely, and you came so quickly to aid in the wellness of my wife, I suppose. My name, as was written upon the note that was sent, is Lord Germain Devant. My wife, Lady Eloise. Pauses for a second. Well, she is the one that I promised for you to come to entertain. But I also would like to include a meal in this offer as well. A feast for all, I think, would be appropriate, don't you believe? Don't you agree?
So, Shice is stuck on the sound of a bolt moving behind us. Did that sound like the door just got locked behind us?
Yeah, I mean, there was nothing quiet about that. It sounds, I mean, that's the impression you have. But you don't see the hunchback didn't come with you, didn't come into the room with you. He never followed you in.
Yeah, he stayed out and locked the door behind us. And now this guy looks down at us and says, let's eat.
I'm sorry. Well, could you repeat that last sentence one more time? I apologize. My hearing's not so good these days.
It's very good.
I have to admit, I brought you here not so much because of my wife. My wife, sadly, she passed away some time ago. But I have instead the other love of my life, whom I would like you to meet. Jolie. Jolie, will you please join us? High pitch whistle. And you watch as the iron door,
The bolted door over in the corner.
slowly begins to open. And it's completely dark inside. But you hear red eyes glowing from within, and slowly emerging a creature larger than the size of the door, slowly squeezing its way through. Jolie, my love, please come join us for the feast and my entertainment. It is Jolie who will feast, and it is I who will be entertained tonight. That's we're going to take a quick break.
Oh no!
Welcome back, folks, as we are about to find out what it is that our heroes, our Kabouter gnomes, are going to be facing in the manor house of Lord Germain Duvant. And so the creature that's coming through, has been called forth by Lord Duvant, is very reptilian in nature. Looks like it's at least partially reptilian as it pokes its head through and squeezes its body that's too big for the opening that is coming through, but it manages to squeeze through and is walking on all fours. It's got red scaly hide, and as it slowly moves through the opening, you can see a tail that kind of lashes long and lethally behind it. And that's when Lord Duvant said, Jolie will be our... the feast is for Jolie, and the entertainment is for myself. And he sits down once more. As the creature comes forward, we're going to initiative.
No, thank you. Do we have advantage on initiative as Kabouter gnomes?
You might.
I think we do, because I have the little advantage thing.
Yeah.
Sheet.
I thought I read it earlier. There's a lot to keep track of.
We're about to find out why I don't normally play spellcasters.
I have one of those things at home.
Yes, we
What's that?
we have advantage on initiative rolls when not surprised.
Yeah, you may be jarred, you may
He
be...
made a show of it. But how are they both top? Huh, okay. It's fine.
Okay, so what do we have in terms of initiative? Who's anybody over 20?
22.
Wow. Okay, nice. So this
Mine's by dry ends, that's all I know.
all right, so Strybrander.
Chai.
22. And typecast, what'd you get? 16. And Hunden.
14.
Okay. All right. See where our little friend here is going to show up.
Natural 20.
Natural 1. Wow.
We weren't what it is expecting.
Okay, so we got Strybrander at the top of the order, and then we have Typecast and Munden, and then the Drake, and we'll see where our other friend, if anything, maybe he's, as he says, just there for the entertainment. Okay, Strybrander, what are you going to do as this thing is slowly approaching the three of you? Clearly much larger than all three of you put together. Be a great mouse.
So a 30-foot cube would be 5. Would that be a 5? No, that would be 6 by 6, correct?
6. Yes.
Yes, 6 by 6.
30-foot cube.
There you go.
Can the 30-foot cube overlap to the outside, past the wall?
Well,
Like
it'll.
if I target like the corner and then. Or
You can center it wherever you want, but depending on the force of the spell, if there's any force involved with it at all, then it could potentially come back at you.
No force at all. Just a cube of twisting pattern of colors. that
Oh,
we
okay,
put together.
gotcha. Yeah, basically, yeah, all the additional area would be taken up there in the corner.
And so I'm going to make the cube right there. So I'm going to take one step backwards. And I'm going to cast hypnotic pattern right there. And enough to get the Drake and our benefactor.
Okay, all right. So you're not taking any chances.
No, absolutely not.
Got it. Oops.
And they have to make wisdom saving throws.
All right. What's your DC?
And I will tell you in just one moment. 13.
13. Okay. All right. So wisdom. Okay. If they fail, what happens exactly?
If they fail, the creature becomes charmed for the duration. While charmed by the spell, the creature is incapacitated and has a speed of 0.
Okay. All right. So you watch as the drake creature is moving and coming forward, and then it suddenly stops. As far as Lord Devant, he's sitting there quietly watching. He wasn't being aggressive or moving, but he's not staring at the lights. He's just kind of watching, and you can see, I guess, all this is happening at one time. His face just kind of drops a little bit as the creature just freezes.
And while this is going on, he's banging on his drum. And that's where the light emanates from. And he's going to turn to the Lord and say, "So, what will we having for dinner?" And then turn to Hunden again and say, "Go get him." And I'm going to use my bonus action to give her bardic inspiration.
Okay. All right.
You can add a D8.
The typecast is up next, though.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I guess we have to do this now. I was hoping to just play a nice song for a secret, but no.
I do my bardic inspiration as I play the flute. A smoky, kind of purple, almost noxious fume comes out and coats all three of us in a protective layer. So I'm going to use my Mantle of Inspiration to give all of us 11 temporary hit points.
Ooh.
And if you want to, you can immediately, right now, use your reaction to move up to 60 feet without provoking.
Wow, nice. So all of the rest of your companions can do this right now.
Yes, right.
Is there anything you want to do before the end of your turn, though?
You double check that, but yes, within 60 feet. Oh, no, I'm sorry. It's up to your speed, so 30. Or whatever your 20 base is. It's
Well,
my allies.
I
within
think
60.
kabooters can move 30, but they can burrow at 20.
Correct.
I have mine.
It says walking is 20, burrowing is 10.
Yeah.
Is it 10? Okay.
I got
You
21.
gain 10 feet when you're burrowing.
Correct.
Yeah.
So with that, I'm going to position myself with that 15. I'm gonna get closer.
All right, you're getting up close and personal. And is Hunden moving?
Yeah. London is regretting that she's gonna hurt. What's his name? Now that he moved over there, 5'10". 15, so she can still keep both of them in sight. But yeah, she moved.
Okay, all right. So she moves closer to the wall, closer to the staircase.
Yeah.
And just passively, as you get close to the staircase, you can see that it goes up into the second floor. It's just completely darkness. There's a door. There's enough light that you can see that there's a door at the top of the stairs, but it's just dark up there. You can't see any other detail. Okay, so that brings us to Hunden.
Well, that was my bonus action.
Oh, sorry.
No, you're good. I'm gonna
Whole turn.
I'm gonna take out my sorry, that was on speed track. I'm gonna take out a dagger from my hip and just sort of try my best to chuck it at
You
the
gonna throw it?
lizard that's
Okay. It's
disadvantage. It probably missed.
what's your roll?
See, when you cast things like that, you gotta
6.
yell.
6, yeah. Just
Don't
kinda
hurt it.
hits the scaly hide, just cooks right off.
I get double vision as I'm aiming it. It just sort of like goes directly into the wall right.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't do that again.
I'm a very good musician.
At least there's that. Okay. So is that it for
That's it for
typecasts? Okay, Hunden.
Okay. And that get both. Yep. So Hunden gonna center a spell on in between the two of them that will affect both. And she's going to cast Shatter
Okay, so only on the two of that's
Only on the two of them. It's a
placement
10,
there. Okay.
10-foot radius
Yep.
sphere. They both need to make a successful con save.
Against a DC of
DC of 13.
and the Drake is considered incapacitated at the moment, so that means can't take reactions or actions. That's pretty much going to shake it awake. But incapacitated creature, I think you get. Is that an auto crit? I think it is.
For saves?
No, I mean it's. I believe an attack against an incapacitated creature is an auto crit,
I think
But
it's
it-
like melee.
but it may be only against melee. So anyway, the creature fails.
Okay.
The Drake fails. Is it half damage for the save?
It's half damage if it
Okay.
saves. Eight. 19 points if it fails,
Okay.
half if it saves, and anything that would be on his desk that is stone, crystal, or metal, including his breastplate, has disadvantage on its saves, and basically everything that can shatter does.
Okay. So
His desk is inkwell.
yeah, as you lay this thing down upon the two of them, the incapacitated creature doesn't really react, but you can see the damage that it takes with bones breaking and the desk itself just explodes into a million shards as everything on it also just bursts into pieces that just splay themselves all over the ground near and around the Lord Duvant, who's kind of in the process of standing at this point, but still sitting, or was before you dropped this thing on him. But at the end of that spell, after it has taken its effect, it's pretty much enough to bring the Drake out of its stupor, as I don't think there's anything more that could be a shake than a shatter spell cast on top of it, and he's no longer affected by the hypnotic pattern. Okay, anything else from Munden?
Yes, with that, he will go move 5. I don't know where you're at because I can't see over this
right,
wall.
yeah.
It's gonna hide behind him.
Yes, I now protect you.
Holding my flute out.
Okay, so Duvant, who was seemingly content to watch this all play out, stands actually he's probably in mid-stand with his chair just totally in pieces underneath him as he's standing. He has no choice. But angrily, he looks around. This was quite unexpected. And you see him, they're laying where in the pieces of the desk. Underneath it was a greatsword, huge, silver metal gleaming in the light of the torches around the room.
Well, that's not good.
Pulls it forward and immediately turns to face, I believe it's
Grandpa.
guy right behind him, right?
Oh no!
So he's twisting to make an attack on you. But as he does so, he pauses. And in that moment, he kind of raises both of his hands holding the sword and brings it down forcefully in front of him onto the stone tile. And there's this almost like sonic boom and this wave that goes forward and around, but you don't feel it as force as it completely takes up the whole room, going forward and out from him. But all of you need to make a wisdom save as you feel fear begin to grip your heart.
I don't like that idea.
I don't want to.
What'd you roll?
Wait a
No,
second.
thank you.
We have advantage on intelligence, wisdom, and charisma saving throw.
And this is wisdom. So that'd be a straight roll for you, right?
No, well, for me, yes. Which still fails, but still.
So, with advantage, 40.
Okay.
We have advantage on intelligence, wisdom, and charisma?
Apparently it's Kabouter Gnomes. That's what I'm reading here.
And then
No.
But anyway, I got an 8. Sorry.
8. Okay.
11.
11. Okay. So, Hunden and Typecast, you feel fear rip your heart, and you immediately want to run. You want to run away as far as you can from this figure, as you're just overwhelmed with fear and terror. Shybender, you're not affected at all. I mean, you felt the fear initially, but as it just kind of resolves and you calm, you see your other friends, the look of fear in their face, and then that's going to bring up the Drake. Anybody have a reaction? That they
Actually,
I guess it'd be only Shybender.
Does he need line of sight for us to see us to do that?
No.
Okay. Sorry.
no.
Nope. No reactions.
Yeah, no.
All right. So let's go bring up the Drake, and it is angrily moving. Who's the closest one there? I think we got.
Probably me. Technically. 25. He's 20.
So the one
Yeah.
over threatening his master.
Yeah. So he's going to be more concerned about that, as you can see the adoration in the Drake's eyes as it moves forward. It can move pretty quickly. You see it kind of moving onto the side of the wall as it moves.
Oh.
And moving along the wall and then down towards you. I think it can. How many feet is that moving?
Probably would have run that wall.
That'd be like 20 to.
Okay, to get to you?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, it's more than enough space to get there. And he's going to make 2 attacks against you. First, it lunges out and tries to take a bite of you, and its tail whips around, attempting to strike at you as well. The bite, that is a 22.
That hits.
Okay, and then the tail attack behind it is a 10. That probably misses. Or does it?
No, it misses.
Okay. Okay. All right. So you're gonna take the bite attack as it clamps down on you, but releases.
But I'm going
Whoa.
to use my reaction, Silvery Bars. And now it has to reroll and take the lower number for that first attack.
Okay.
I'm gonna call it a stupid fucking lizard.
Wow, and that repels its attack. And it draws back angrily, unable to land a blow.
But you can't hit me ugly? Oh, try again.
Oh, no luck with the. So let's get ready to the top of the round with Schreiber today.
So now I'm pinned between Drake and his master. Her master. Sorry, I don't want to.
Misgender the Drake.
yeah.
Well, Jolie is very affectionate with the master. Likes the master a lot.
I'm going to. So he's going to lift up the club above his head and say, "Get away from me!" And he's going to slam down and cast Thunder Wave. It's a 15-foot cube originating from me.
Do we have a...
You can move the desk if you want. It's literally shattered into pieces.
Oh yeah.
It was probably gone too, right?
Yeah, it's toast.
Here we go.
Bye-bye, furniture.
15-foot cube.
Yeah.
Yep.
Was it centered on you?
No, 15 originating from you. So I'm assuming
From you.
yeah, I mean, on the corner. But,
Yep. Okay.
They both need to make Constitution saving throws.
All right.
Oh, also, you have advantage on your next, or I have advantage on my next roll thanks to Silvery Bars. Sorry, that's the thing that happened.
No worries.
I forgot to declare that. Yeah, so 15-foot cube originating from you, failed save. They take 2d8 thunder damage and are pushed 10 feet away from you.
You said DC 15?
DC 13.
Oh, okay. All right. So Lord Devant does not seem to be affected, but the Drake most certainly is. So roll your damage. And as it gets pushed 10 feet back toward Odin,
No, not toward Kundin. Toward Kundin's hiding.
So 11 points of Sunda damage, which he takes. The Lord takes half of that
okay.
on his successful save. The Drake takes the full 11, and then he's pushed 10 feet back. 5, 10. And I am going to. I don't care if he tries to hit me. 5, 10, 15, 20. Yeah, 20. I forgot. We're very small.
Very tiny.
Okay. All right. So is that it for Schreibrender?
Yes. Yeah, that is all.
Okay. So Typecast, you're up next, but you are currently frightened, which means that you can attack, but you can't move toward it.
Yeah. I can't move towards him.
Him, correct.
So I'm gonna whimper, go this way, and keeping equal distance away, and I'm gonna start going up the stairs. And as I'm doing it, I'm like, my love, you are so brave. You're doing great. Bardic inspiration. And I'm like crawling up the stairs away from this thing. How hurt does Grandpa look?
That's you.
Oh,
Schreibrender.
Your Grandpa.
I'm just scraggly. I didn't get hit. You couldn't see that though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Did you just give me a
Also,
bardic
he already
inspiration?
has one. She already has
Can
one.
you only have one?
Yeah, you don't have
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I know you gave it. You were saying you gave her?
Yeah.
I gave on my first turn.
I should have been paying more attention. I didn't see
Sorry, your shiny shirt was just distracting you, but was reflecting the lights in your eyes.
So any attacks that you make are at disadvantage, frightened, but they don't stack.
Towards him, though, right?
And well, in frightened state toward anybody.
I'm at disadvantage all the time. Anyway,
Right. So that's
doesn't affect me.
yep. They don't stack, fortunately.
I'll throw my second dagger at the Drake.
If Duvant is within line of sight of you,
Oh, yeah.
but it doesn't matter. It's, again, you're still
Barely, like 3/4 covered.
Does
don't
a
think you-
16 hit with a dagger?
the
Drake.
Drake. Yes, it does.
That'll be 5 points of damage.
Okay. So the dagger finds a space between the scales and just lands itself in there where it sticks and stays. 6 points of damage.
Yep.
All right.
Use the rest of my turn to whimper.
Okay. All right, Hunden, you're up.
Okay. Hundin is going to make a called shot.
Called shot.
Why not?
Okay, all
Why
right.
not? I'm already at disadvantage for fear, right?
True, you are.
So why not then? So I'm going to try and shoot that Drake in the eye with a.
Now, are you within
my
line of sight
crossbow. Of him? Nope.
Duvant?
I'm behind this wall, and I was hiding behind.
All right, let me change the map so I can see more
Typecast.
clearly too. Because if you're not in line of sight of him, although you're still frightened, no, actually, you're still frightened this turn. So yes, but you will be able to make a.
So I'm
save.
not in line of sight.
Yeah, so you're still at disadvantage, but you'll be able to make a wisdom save at the end of your turn. And
Oh, good.
You as well.
Oh, for me, it's disadvantage.
No, but you have advantage on wisdom.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
Well, I rolled 2 9s in. 11.
Yeah. Are you more than 30 feet away from Lord Devant?
Yes, just
Okay.
barely.
Yeah. All right. So you failed it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, so Hildy, you'll be able to make, or Hildy, Hunden will be able to make that at the end of her turn as well.
Hundin's probably more effective than Hildy.
But yeah, still disadvantage. So go ahead and make your attack roll.
All right. So this is a called shot at its eyeball. Disad. 7 is. Would an 18
18 hits.
be enough for the eyeball?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, it will be.
Good.
So you're throwing a dagger as well?
No, this is a light crossbow.
Oh. A bolt.
5 points.
All right, so it sinks into its eye. It roars in pain and agony as you watch the bolt disappear. It's the end of it sticking out. It's not going like all the way into its head, but enough that it's clearly destroyed the orb within. 6 points, you said?
5 points.
5. Okay, got it. All right, and
I'm gonna go join my buddy on the stairs.
okay, and you can make your wisdom save if you like.
No, I'm joining him on the stairs because I'm still scared. Oh, do I?
You can get. You can get up to the next step.
Those are way stronger than I remember them being.
That's supposed to be.
Well, it can be.
Advantage on wisdom, charisma,
Oh,
and intelligence. Like that's
That's a
an advantage on half the saving throws for free.
I think that might specifically be his Earth Gnomes.
Yeah, they're a little bit different than your
Because
the standard gnomes.
Yeah, they have on something new. Yeah. Oh, let's just see.
Yeah. All right, so did it for Hunden? What did you roll on your wisdom?
What?
What'd you roll on your wisdom?
I failed.
Okay.
I mean, I can tell you, but I failed.
It wouldn't matter anyway. Okay,
Yeah.
got it. All right. So Lord Devant, in a rage, angrily looking to where the bolt came out, struck his pet, unable to see you. At
That's
this
right.
point,
That's right.
but he's gonna move.
He thinks it was typecast.
He has legs. He has movement speed.
Apparently he does, and he's gonna finally use it.
This guy's okay.
Well, we'll see.
I need to rebalance this game.
But he had 30 foot movement speed too with them all.
So,
His legs are as long as Grandpa.
it is. Jeez. All right, so the Drake is right there. You'd have to move through him. And that's going to be a lot of movement to get over there.
He actually is going to go after Shiver.
He's almost got to at this point.
Yeah, I mean, he gets up close to to Jolie's pet and makes a hard left.
I like how your angry gnome is more of a tank than Hal ever was.
What the fuck? Hey, you don't remember the treants?
Yeah, he makes a hard left over at Snybender, and we'll see how Snybender fares against this dreadful knight. Okay. Yeah, so he's gonna make attack against you. So first attack is it's ugly. 26.
Oh yeah, that hits.
Second attack is a 20, not a natural.
Oh, that hits.
Third attack is only 12.
Oh, that hits.
Okay, so I need to make a con save.
Okay,
That
I
sucks.
failed.
Okay. The first attack, as he drives his greatsword down upon you, your little form not being able to get out of the way or mitigate the damage, taking 9 points of slashing damage.
Oof.
And then as it strikes, you feel this dark energy, this necrotic energy that is left with you, burning your soul, burning you internally as it strikes your body, doing an additional 3 points of necrotic damage.
Ooh.
The second strike that hits you does 12 points of damage, slashing, and 4 points of necrotic damage on top of that.
Do I have to do a second save for that one?
No, if you fail the first time, it doesn't matter. So with your failed save, what happens is you are thrust backwards 10 feet and fall prone from the blow as he just sweeps you off your feet. And really, the first one is the first attack Well, it's all happening simultaneously. It's one action, so it doesn't really matter. So he's still where he is, and that consumes the rest of. And he's going to stay right there. He's not. He's still thinking about how he's going to deal with the two behind, so I think he's going to stay right next to his pet, who is now in desperate straits. But the Drake is up. And Drake is now one-eyed and going to be having to deal with some penalties because of that. As it leaps forward and makes an attack on the first person at the bottom of the stairs. Who is that? Can't see it from this angle.
Typecast.
Okay, so Typecast is being attacked.
I'm standing and bravely defending my woman.
Okay. All right, so again, a bite and a tail attack. The bite comes in at a 16
That's what hits.
and the tail at a 17.
That will also hit.
Okay, so
Shield.
I don't think I have that. You overestimate my capabilities.
Oh, I'm frozen.
oh no, so jeez.
You should read that section real quick. It's the inspiration I gave you.
Yeah. Oh, I already know.
Okay.
How it works. Yep.
Okay, so 6 points of damage for the bite.
Specifically that.
What was that?
6 points of damage for the bite, piercing,
Valor.
and another 7 bludgeoning as the tail whips over and hits you as well.
Gotcha.
And so,
Screaming the entire time.
yeah, so
You can add it to damage.
Oh.
yeah, so he's moved over and he's literally at the bottom of the stairs there, making a leaping attack upon Typecast. And that's going to end his turn as well. So we're back at the top of the round with Stridebender, as you are currently prone, being thrust back with the blow from Lord Dumont.
He basically smacked into the wall and hit the floor.
Yeah, pretty much. Leaving a little, like hair gel on the
Yes, that's what's very, 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 very.
on the stone behind him.
So half movement to stand up. That was not very nice. And I'm going to point at him and say, was your wife a centaur? Because it sounds like she was unstable and cast vicious mockery or Tasha's hideous laughter at him. So he has to make a save.
Okay, it's on Dumont.
Yes, wisdom saving throw.
You're really bending over backwards to make the centaur jokes. Yeah.
It's the running theme.
Doesn't seem affected.
Oh, well. 5, 10, and I'm starting to head towards the door.
Okay. All right, that's it from Stridebender.
That's all I got right now.
Okay, Typecast, you're up. Again, you're still feared. You're still afraid.
I didn't realize I have a charm that gives us advantage on fear, but then I was like, we already have it because we're Kabouter Gnomes, so there's no point.
I will cast Healing Word at the 4th level towards Grandpa. I don't know why I have a D20 in my hand for that.
Really good healing word.
Yeah, unless you roll really low.
4 is 10, plus 3 is 13.
Nice.
13?
13 health. Back to Stridebender.
What?
Yep, 4.
Oh, 4? We have 4th level?
How do you have 4th level spell?
It would be 3rd level.
No, for him it's 4th level.
Yep.
All in it's equal.
Oh, nice. That's fine. He has disadvantage on everything.
All right.
I was very capable.
You do you.
That is a true statement. That is a
Oh
very...
my god, I have such a good idea.
Oh, where did my frame go? My frame...
I'm joking. I played for King Ryan.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I'm still, alright, healing word, I'm still cowering, so I will cast command at the 2nd level,
Yeah, grovel.
say in a panic. So at the 2nd level, I will get both of them, they both have to make wisdom saving throws.
Okay, you cast on 2 creatures. Is there a intelligence minimum or language?
Oh, that's a good question.
If the target doesn't understand your language. Yep.
What language you be speaking in?
I'm drunk and panicked, so come.
Well, fortunately for you, in this world, there's something called the Tower of Tongues. And
that's right.
if any creature is paying attention to you, then it's going to understand you. This creature is looking right at you since it just bit the shit out of you, so I will give that to you. It will have to make a save.
I remember the Tower of Tongues. I did not know it applied to beasts as well.
If the beast can understand a language, if it cannot, then it wouldn't. This particular creature can understand a language. What's the DC?
DC is 15.
15.
Nice.
Drake fails. They both fail. Lord, what are you commanding him to do?
Grovel.
Grovel. Okay.
So on their turn, they will fall prone.
Right. Okay. Jeez. All right.
I'm like, there's nothing heroic about this. I'm panicked on the stairs, like.
So are you 30 feet away from Lord Devant at this point or not?
It would be 10, 20, 25, yeah.
Okay, so as long as you have to be more than 30 feet, actually. So you'd have to be 35 feet or more away from him.
Oh, so I have to, alright, I'll use my movement to go up to the end of the stairs then, which,
I mean, you would have been forced up the stairs as soon as he like.
oh, I gotcha.
Yeah.
So either way.
Yeah, so now as long as you're 35 feet away, you can make a wisdom save
Gotcha.
to end the fright.
Straight roll, if there's the advantage, comes at my disadvantage, that'll be a 12.
12.
I just can't.
No such luck. Okay, London, you're up.
Okay. Well, hell. There's Drake right there.
There is.
I'm gonna shoot it in its other eye.
Okay, all right. All right, going for some blind fighting here, huh?
Now, I am inside of the what's his name, guys, so I'm at disadvantage, right?
Correct.
Oof. 7 plus 7. 14.
14 on the Drake.
Yes.
That hits. Wow.
10 points.
Okay, so 10 points is your second bolt goes through its other eye. So at this point, he's almost falls prone, very unsteady on its four limbs that are just barely keeping it up as the bolt enters its eye, screeching horribly, much more high pitched than before, and you can see the pain look on Lord Devant's face at this point, and the reddened anger and rage that begins to come over him. Anything else from Hunden?
Yes, I want to move so I can try and make a wisdom check. But I see your stairs on the map only go so far.
Because you have a door.
Okay. Well, if you move me up to the top where the door is, we're both small. We should be able to fit on this step.
Yep.
Mechanically, yes. In real life,
15, 20, 20. How far is that? Well, I guess 35 feet because he made his save.
Yeah.
All right. Seven, 13.
13. 13.
It's a top.
Okay, so you fear the fear beginning to dissipate in you, and you're no longer under the fear, the effect of fright.
Oh,
Condition of frightened.
I didn't miss you.
How's your dog?
Lord Devant, as rageful and angry as he is, begins to slowly sink down to the ground and bow. I'm going to eat you all myself. And he's groveling, though reluctantly. And that's going to end his turn. Yeah, I don't think he can.
Where you at, Grandpa?
I don't think he can do anything about that. Fuck.
Are you feared?
The Drake, also still screeching in pain, is compelled to also fall prone and begin to grovel, although it's shifting its head back and forth with bolts in both eyes. Blood just streaming down its reptilian face, fairly matching the red scales, that cover it. As you can see the panic that's ensuing in this creature, just kind of stumbling onto the ground, prone, as it's compelled to do so. And that's going to end its turn. So we're back at the top of the round with Schreibrinder.
Oh. Seeing that the man is now down on the ground, this gives me an idea.
So essentially they're both prone, which gives you advantage on attacks against them.
I'm going to step in,
Melee attacks.
and I'm going to give them a good something.
A something?
A something. Thump. That's a 21 to hit.
That hits. That hits.
Hold on, let me...
He's minimally damaged at this point. You hit him a couple times between all of you. Done a little bit of damage.
Is that with advantage?
Yes. Yeah. What is it? It's a... Wait. I'm sorry, the thing... Oh! Wait, it's a D... Oh! I'm an idiot. I was looking at the wrong...
We don't want to tell you.
Ignoring you. 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Okay, so he gets thumped with this club.
And when I hit him, he's gonna get knocked backwards 5 feet
If he's prone,
from my crusher feet.
okay.
So whenever you do bludgeoning damage, you can knock them 5 feet into an occupation.
Okay, I guess that's fine. You basically
Slide.
golf swing,
Across the ground.
Basically,
yes.
yeah.
He's still prone, but just sliding
I
another
like to
5
think
feet.
of it as like hammer comes down and it kind of squeezes it out a little bit.
All right, so just go ahead and move him 5 feet away from. Oh, you did. Okay, good. All right, is that it for Schreibrinder?
Bonus action. I'm going to give Bardic Inspiration to that one.
Okay. All right. Life cost.
Sober up, buddy.
Dum, dum.
I'm like hiding behind Hunden, just peeking over her shoulder. Should I make the save at the end of the round or the beginning?
You make it at the end. If you're right now, you're within 30 feet of him, though, and you can't
yeah?
go any further.
Oh, that's right. You
I pushed him closer. Oh well. Yeah, I pushed him closer.
Okay. I'm going to give Bardic Inspiration to you.
Get him, Grandpa, get him. I'm terrified.
Oh, no, I don't know what to do.
Yeah, you already have disadvantage, so that's not going to stack, but you're not going to be able to make your save on this turn.
Crossbow.
Oh, because he slid him closer to us.
Yes.
You can't make your save. That's a...
Yeah. Is the door behind us open? I'm
No, the door is there.
gonna try my action to use the door.
Okay, all right. So you turn around, there's a latch there, and you turn to... And it's locked.
All right. That's the end of my turn. Yeah, because that's my action for the door, and then bonus action Bardic Inspiration.
Okay,
So
all
I'm
right.
just cowering behind Hunden.
Okay, so that's going to bring up Hunden. Also at the top of the stairs, still with you. You're no longer frightened.
I'm no longer frightened. So, Drake is blinded, as far as I can tell.
Yeah, and he's on the ground prone.
I'm going to move down 20 feet and attack it with my dagger.
Okay, all right.
Are you this one?
That's me.
And you it's a melee attack on a prone creature. That's advantage.
That's advantage. All right. 15.
Lord Devant is absolutely fucking astounded at how you guys have, like, mangled his pet.
That would be a
Slowly.
23.
That's a hit.
Okay. That is a... Where did my dice go?
Just a little inside his head moment.
Plus 5. 8. And what was that thing?
Oh, you can add a D8 to damage on an attack roll.
16 points dagger between it.
Now, easily slides into his skull. He had 1 hit point left. How do you
Nice.
finish it?
Dead lizard.
Bad dog.
So yeah, I mean he's on the ground already as you stick your dagger into his
And I'm
his
going to
skull.
take my last 5 feet and move back up a little bit
Okay. Yep. No opportunity attack there. And almost with relief, it just collapses. This blind, injured thing on the cusp of death had just been summoned with a grisly ritual. The happiness of them both. Man got his pet, and now pet's dead like hours later. By the meal that was supposed to be his meal. This is so distressing. Is that it for Hunden?
I'm gonna tell you in just 1 second. Bardic inspiration. Bardic inspiration.
Lord Devant is rising in a rage.
I'm gonna use my bonus action to give typecast Bardic inspiration. Oh, all right, then I'm not. Then I'm not.
Do you all realize at this point that you're all fucking bards? All right, so
I can imagine that in the actual scenario.
So you have mine. You use the one that I gave you.
I have the one you
Oh,
gave me.
I'll cast it on myself because I know I just used it.
You can just
You can cast it on a creature. I'm a creature.
bye-bye, Drake.
I don't.
Sure?
I believe so.
Oh no, it does say other than you.
Yeah.
You're right.
Does it?
Yeah. And
Bards have self-esteem issues.
So lying on the ground, his eyes
All right. No Bardic inspiration.
bearing into Hunden, Lord Devant
Oh, he's
rises and makes a beeline for you
He's mad.
with his great sword drawn and coming down fast.
There is a giant lizard in between us.
Around the dragon, the drake.
Yeah, so it would be difficult terrain for him to go over it.
It was too big to go through a doorway.
How much?
It would take him 20 feet to get past it. 25, he's on the stairs.
Okay,
His
so that-
sword is keeping him from getting the wall. Yeah.
Yeah, it's
All right.
So
You can
25,
move-
Get him to
okay. All right, yeah, that's enough. Making attacks against Hunden, and the first one is a 15.
Does not hit. I duck.
And the second one's a 15.
I duck again.
Ducks again. Third one,
Down here.
damn it! There's a fucking 10. So 3 strikes. He's just so distressed over having to crawl over his pet.
His dead dog.
Yeah, it's
Rover.
that Drake that he named Jolie, which means beautiful in their language. And he had such high hopes. He had dreams and hopes and dreams, and bounding through fields of poppies, and all that is gone. And we're at the top of the round. We're stride Brenda.
This is honestly getting a little bit sad at this point.
I expected a TPK on 3 bards tonight. It's not working out in my favor at this point. Although I'm just a referee.
5, 10. I'm gonna move 10 feet closer.
What did Mike Tyson say? Everybody's got a plan until they get punched in the face.
Yeah, eat someone's ear. Okay.
And I'm going to attempt to cast Vicious Mockery on him at the moment.
Okay.
I'm going to say, this is why your wife left you. You are incapable of killing 3 little gnomes. He has to make
This is such,
go with the saving throw.
he failed. This is such an ego.
And well, he only
Disaster
takes
for
1
him.
point of psychic damage, but he has disadvantage on his next attack
That-
roll.
Actually, a good thing is an attack. Now, if say he gets 2 attacks, is that just the first
The
attack?
next roll that he makes.
Okay,
Next
got
attack
it.
roll, and then the other 2 for his multi-attack.
Got it. Got it. Clarifying. Okay, so he seems just kind of twitch from the end. The damage, the psychic damage, doesn't lessen his pissed offness.
Oh wait,
any.
actually it's 2d4 because we're level 5. Oh, so he takes an extra 3. Just to add some injury to insult.
Yes. He's feeling every bit of it. Okay. Anything else from Schreiber?
That's what I got for right now.
Typecast.
What are you gonna do? Scream and run? Jump down the stairs?
He's coming up the stairs. I just see like a red eyes. I won't jump up the stairs.
Make a deck save.
At disadvantage.
At disadvantage.
Surprisingly good with a 15.
That's a shame.
Okay, yeah. So you don't take any damage, and you manage to somehow land on your wobbly feet.
I stumble down and accidentally do a somersault and land.
Everyone's surprised, even you.
the only direction goes towards that door.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try to check this door now.
That one is unlocked, and it's free action to move right through it if you
Pushing
want.
through it.
Okay, well,
You guys
I
just hear my
will-
screams echo as I just.
I will show you what's on this map.
Oh no. You just went into the Drake.
Going into the chef's quarters. There's something even more terrifying on the other side.
Oh, all my maps are goofed up. This is what
You're running
happened.
away from two things that you failed a fear saving throw against, and you're
stuck in place. You're stuck in place.
Just piss yourself.
Pretty much, you're just there.
Like you can literally move on its axis and that's it.
So we get to use my cool magnetic stuff again.
Available on Amazon Prime.
I wish. So let's see. Ah. Right, so that's pretty much the only walls that are going in right now. Kind of things got pushed around, I guess. That's all right. Doesn't matter. That's good enough. It's a wall. And then we have a little bit of decor on the inside.
That means the right.
They're always the last things to
I didn't
go.
tell you about it, but there was some shopping in that room.
They're always the last thing to show up.
The hopes of his ex-wife.
Reanimated, making soup.
Flesh golem. Oh, that's a chopping sound.
Why do you think Hildy keeps saying how gnomes are so delicious?
Yeah.
If this one shot is just based off Hildy online,
Yeah.
That's the whole thing is just predicated on.
that one
A
line.
throwaway line, Hildy.
Oh, they look delicious.
I mean,
Oh dear, they're a little salty for me.
I mean, pretty.
You did that really well. If I wasn't looking at you, I would think it was.
Well, he's an actor.
I can hear the difference.
Okay. All right. So you see a door off to the left, a singular door. This room is illuminated, with torches, so you can see fairly well. And it appears to be a kitchen. So, and just passively, you hear that chop, 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 chop. And as you enter, the chopping stops. And over on the far side of the room, you see a pair of knives and just suspended above the table. And what appears to be several vegetables that are in the process of being chopped up.
We are guests.
Do you have
Yes. They are French.
It's my action. I moved and I used my action to open the door.
Okay.
I don't have any more bardic inspiration, so.
Wait, you still have an action?
What did he say usually meant in their language?
Beautiful.
It's Beauty and the Beast.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
That's the end of my turn.
Okay. So it's gonna bring up Hunden.
Hey,
Action.
Hunden
It's a free action.
just had somebody try and stab her. She's not happy, so
Free action.
she's going to stab him back with her dagger.
Okay. That worked out pretty well with the Drake.
It did. It did. Which die? Yeah. Hang on, this is my practice. See which one I'm using. Okay. Oof. That is 11.
Okay, so chink, you hit the breastplate and just kind of glances off, doing no damage.
And I used up my bardic inspiration, so yes, that's what I'm doing.
After the amazing kill blow on the Drake.
My info.
Yes, that is all I'm doing.
For a brief moment, there's just a small little guffaw from this knightly figure.
Oh, let him rebuild his ego.
London, desperately looking for some additional.
I absolutely am. But no, I said that was it for my turn.
Okay, all right.
I'm just looking for some way to save myself now.
Okay. I will. Lord Devant is a big grin comes over his face. I have you now.
That lot of good it did you last time.
He raises that greatsword. His first strike against you is a.
Disadvantage.
Oh yes, the first one is a disadvantage. Oh man, you rolled a nat 20, but since it was a disadvantage, that's going to bring it down to a not so well. I mean, maybe good enough. 19.
19 will hit.
Okay, so on that first strike, you take 6 points of slashing damage, and as the dark energy invades your body, another 7 points of necrotic damage, and you need to make a con save.
Oof. Hold on, please. So 6 and 2 is 13. Con save, huh? I don't like that idea.
We could roll nat 20.
Dirty 20.
Okay, all right.
I was
You were close.
I was very close.
His second attack is even better, so that's a 25.
That will also hit.
No, it might not, because I'll use my reaction to cast Silvery Barbs.
Okay. That brings down a little bit, but probably not enough. 22.
Okay, but you have advantage on your next saving throw.
Also a hit.
Okay, so the damage you take from the not great from the blade itself is only 5 points of slashing damage.
Only.
Sorry.
I said only.
Oh, and then the necrotic energy that you take is another 8, another con save.
Which you have advantage on because of Silvery Barbs.
15.
15, you save once again.
15 and a
Third and final strike against you. Ooh. It looks like it's going to be hit. It's a 24 to hit.
That does hit, actually.
Okay, and oh my god, 13 slashing damage,
Okay.
and another, holy shit, 15 necrotic. And if you're still up, make a con save.
I am not. That last.
Necrotic energy.
Yeah, the necrotic energy, you guys see the light dim in Hunden's eyes as the sword slides into her face.
He puts it through her stomach and just
All right.
holds it there for a moment, glaring down at you. You took my pet, I took your life. And he's got movement. He's gonna rush down toward
Yes.
Schreibrender.
Remember, it's 20 to get around the thing.
15. Well, there's two ways you can do it. So 15, 20, 25. 25 will put him in range, 30 will get him right next to me.
Yep, put him right next to you. As he wants to be right in your face. With Hunden going down, and that's gonna bring up Schreibrender.
Hi. I do not like the situation that I am finding myself in. So I am going to, it's what I got. I'm going to try one more joke. I'm going to knock knock to the Lord.
Who's there? Why am I entertaining this?
Oh, either. It's a Nazi joke. Roll a save. Sasha City's laughter. Wisdom saving throw.
Oh, he failed.
Oh, he falls
eight.
prone.
He thought that was funny.
He actually laughed. So now he's prone, incapacitated, and unable to stand for up to 1 minute at the end of each of his turns, or every time he takes damage, he can make another wisdom save. But he is now prone on the ground, laughing, holding his sides,
Okay, yeah, he's down.
streaming down his face.
Anything else from Tribender?
I'm going to step around him 5, 10, 15, 20 to try and meet my compatriot who's screaming in the kitchen.
I'm looking at something in the kitchen, screaming, and then turning my attention to it and screaming.
You're like looking back and forth. It's getting louder than quiet. It's like a nice tremolo. Oh wait, you're unconscious.
Yeah, she's
No, yeah, it's 5e. I'm unconscious.
Yeah, she's unconscious. Okay, typecast, what you doing?
Can I see her body crumpled up on the stairs there from where I am?
I don't know. Do you have any direct line of sight?
I don't know. There's
He's like just inside.
Let me take a look.
It's like
Might be pretty close.
If you can shine it through the open doorway to her, maybe.
because like from where she is.
Well, if you're in this space right here.
There.
Yeah.
Just like there.
Yeah, I would say you probably could.
Okay.
And with the commotion of her going down the way she did, yeah, I would say.
Yeah. So I'm frazzled. I'm looking at
Healing word.
at level 5.
My queen!
I rolled shit on this though. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10
plus 3, 13.
Nice.
Seeing as Hunden comes to consciousness.
She's back to life.
Probably,
the power of my love!
okay, what else does typecast have?
I love being on the opposite side.
Is that it for typecast?
Yes, that'll be it.
Where are you? Let's see, 5, 10.
I can't move. I'm within 30 feet.
You're within 30 feet still?
Yeah.
So
I
then
guess I could.
you need to,
If I broke line of sight by going around the corner here with that.
yep, you'd be able to make a save. Line of sight or 30 or more than 30 feet. And you're compelled to move more than 30.
Finally, 16.
Okay, so you also, in the glee that Lord Devant is feeling at the moment, that connection breaks and you no longer feel the fear clutching you.
I'd like to think I'm chugging my vial of rum until finally it's like,
Okay, anything else from typecast? That's it?
that's it.
Okay, Hunden, you're up. As you awaken, prone on the stairs, you see Lord Devon just giggling up, on the floor.
Oh, I'm not happy with him. We're gonna cast Shatter on him.
Wow, right down on him. Gonna ruin his
Probably
Hogging
gonna
the
ruin.
floor.
Probably gonna ruin his laughter.
Hey, he just makes the save again. He could fail.
That sounds really good. Just, you're on the floor, an uncontrollable bit of louder, and then there's just freaking loud
High pitched whine.
in your ears.
Like around you. Oh,
no fun.
God.
Yep. So it's a con save at 13. Does he have disad? His armor does. His sword does. Stupid sword.
Oh, that's true. Does his sword have to make a saving throw on that?
Yeah.
Is per the spell, because he's in a fit of laughter at this point, does he have disadvantage on his saves?
He's hold on, let me look at that one more time just to make sure. He's prone and incapacitated. Yeah, it would, and it's con based. I believe if it was dex based, it would be.
Incapacity just says you can't take reactions or actions or something.
Okay, he does save.
You could be right.
Damn it.
His equipment doesn't seem to be affected.
Silvery barbs at level. No, silvery barbs. One more time. Use my reaction. on him for that save.
You can use it against a save.
Yeah. So I believe. Let me double check
Yep.
the language.
Yep, yep.
You magically distract triggering creature and turn its momentary uncertainty into encouragement for another creature. Yeah. One reaction which you take when a creature you can see within 60 feet of yourself succeeds on an attack roll, an ability check, or a saving throw.
Okay, all right. So he succeeded, and so now we'll see. And that 20 was the second roll.
Okay. I tried.
You did. 10.
10 points.
10 points. Thunder damage.
Is that the half?
Oh, no, that was full. So
Okay.
half, so 5.
All right. Yeah, so I mean, that echoes loudly throughout the entire manor, getting everybody's attention inside. And, which, of course, as far as you know, is just the four of you.
And Quasimodo.
Yes, it's true.
It's the bellhop.
You haven't seen him. The door is not. No one's come through
He went
that
out
door.
that way and walked us in.
Hunden, is that it?
No, Hunden's gonna go down the stairs and head towards the door with her buddies.
All right, so she's going to stand up.
Yeah. So, half move to stand up.
Yep. And then, do you want to just...
Yeah, I'll just hop down the stairs. Deck save.
Yeah, just make a deck save. It's a pretty low DC. Since you're
and from...
less than
26.
10 feet. Yep, that's more than enough. Okay.
Oh, and I'm declaring my silvery barbs gives me advantage on my next roll.
Okay.
Rolls it now.
I like silvery barbs. I just forget the second half of the spell all the time.
So, at the end of Hunden's turn, we're dealing with those two blades that are suspended in air. Just stopped their motion of chopping when you entered, and you watch as they begin to turn and fling themselves toward you.
No.
And 15
That'll hit.
and a 6.
No, it's
Okay, so the one right by you and just boing in the wall, just stuck in the wall, and the other one does hit you, doing 6 points of piercing damage.
my miasmic little shield kind of goes up and grabs it, and then it just barely pierces my skin.
They don't seem to be. They don't seem to be animated any longer at that point. After they have flung themselves at you, they're not moving on their own. Okay, so that's it for the blades. Lord Duvant. Now, he was just attacked.
So
Took damage.
Yeah, he can attempt to make that save again.
Okay. And it didn't even matter. He fucking missed.
Okay.
Failed miserably.
But he does get a second one now because he can use that. He can do that on his turn. It's his turn. Come here.
No, this is his turn right now.
No. He had to. He got to make that save
Because I damaged him.
Oh, when he took damage. Okay, all right. I
Yeah.
got it. All right.
Which I think that and at the end of each of his turns. So it'll be the end of his turn. But
Okay.
He can do it again.
Well, he can't do anything at this. He's pretty much incapacitated, right? He can't.
Oh wait. For funsies, you can roll that again and take the higher number because he gets advantage when it's damage.
Oh, he gets advantage.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Okay.
Okay, so he's not able to do anything while he's rolling in lap.
Yeah, he's incapacitated. His turn will end.
Okay, so at the end of his turn, he's making one regular roll.
One regular roll.
And that roll is a 6. Wow. 3 rolls in a row. And he's still doubled over in laughter on the floor. Top of the round with Tribender.
Just crying on the ground, basically. I am going to continue through the door because right now, as long as I'm maintaining concentration on that, he can't do shit to me. So that's 10 feet. I see the knife sticking in the wall.
What is at my shoulder?
Yeah. Shoulder and wall. Right next to each other.
It's okay. I'm fine. I need a little bit of the my medicine.
Now, if I cast Lesser Restoration on him, would he sober up?
Right.
I just thought of that. I'm not going to choose that. I don't want to mess with the balance of the game.
No.
I'm just looking around now. So 10 feet to get into the door. I'm going to turn to you and I'm going to say, sober up. He's on the floor, laughing around like an idiot. But just be careful if you're going to take a shot. Make sure you don't miss. And he's going to continue 5, 10, and start heading towards that other door in the corner.
I'm like nodding to the talking man as you walk away.
But why sober up?
Oh wait, I didn't take an action, right? Did I just not take an action?
You didn't. You just walked in.
Oh, I can dash. 10. I get an extra 10 feet after that. Yeah, I'm gonna try this door in that corner of the kitchen.
Okay, it's unlocked.
Oh, okay.
And
Slip in there with my last 5 feet.
okay, so what you see there as you enter. Yep. Getting down to the last of my magnetic walls.
Yes. I just want to see the whole map in its entirety.
Compelled to see the map.
It's clearing the fog of war.
Listen, yeah, it really is. I play an RPG. I gotta lock everything.
Make sure you didn't miss anything.
Okay. All right. So you see the hallway into the wall. There are torches and sconces here. There's a door that's slightly open, and you can feel the fresh air coming in from the outside through that door.
Okay, I'm going to assume that's the backyard. Cool. Good to know. And that is my turn.
Okay. That brings up typecasts.
Pull the knife out of my shoulder and I come for my hands.
Okay. Let's do this.
10, 15, 20. I guess I'll, no reason not to, so I'll dash up to him, holding the knife. I'm trying my best to look like a hero walking down the hall, but the way I look in my eyes is like...
It's every typecast then? Hunden, you're up.
Hunden's mad at this guy. I can't see over the wall.
He's pretty
Can
pissed
she
at
get
you,
in
too.
range to stab him?
5, 10, 15, 20 would put you on this.
Side by side.
Yeah.
All
You
right.
guys can fit on the same square because small.
So, I'm gonna stab him with my dagger. 'Cause
Okay.
I'm mad, and I believe if he's prone or incapacitated, I get advantage.
That's correct.
Okay, so that would be dirty 20.
Okay, it's a hit.
Okay, so first of all, that is 9 points, and I am going to use the whisper inherent in my bardic college, which allows me to add 3d6 psychic.
Wow. Okay.
11 points.
Okay. No save against that or anything, right? Just addition if you hit, right?
Yep.
Okay.
When you hit a creature with melee.
Shitty sneak attack.
So most certainly interrupts his mirth for a moment as pain wrenches his face, but he continues to laugh and giggle on the floor like an idiot.
Wow, even with advantage?
I mean, well, we'll see.
Okay.
I haven't rolled yet,
Okay.
but I wanted Hunden to finish her turn first.
And are you currently inspired? All right then, fuck you. All right, I'm done.
I'm gone.
I know, that's why I didn't ask you. You're not even there.
Yeah.
Grandpa coward.
Grandpa's on his meds again.
I'm in a fugue state.
Okay, I'm done.
I'm mopping the rest of the room for you, Okay.
I'm going to find the bus stop and sit at it.
That was Wisdom or Con?
Wisdom.
14?
Succeeds, yeah.
Okay, so he barely manages to see. With the damage that you do to him, the effect ends, and his laughter turns to growling. As you're done with your turn, this is his turn.
Yep.
He stands up. Doesn't really need to go anywhere, as he
He's exactly where he wants to be.
takes that greatsword and lifts it one more time against Hunden. This is like the battle of the ages right here. You keep coming back.
Unlike your wife.
Open!
I'm going to cut out your eyes.
I did that to your dog.
11,
Misses. Oh no! I duck.
22.
That one hits.
Okay, make a con save.
19.
Okay, so 6 points of slashing damage.
Oof.
And,
That all you got?
nope. 11 points of necrotic.
All right. The light dims in her eyes again.
Is she up or not?
No.
No? Okay. So that was the first attack, right?
No, that was the second attack. You missed the first.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. She's ducked. And so the second attack, he's going to step over her because she's so small, so that's going to be difficult terrain, and head toward the door that he saw.
I'm right.
Oh, that's right. You are. Okay.
They're sharing a space right now.
Can absorb me if he wants.
No, this corner is like, I can't see over this corner.
Fallen into your arms.
Okay, there you are.
Slow motion.
There you are. Yeah,
There you
okay.
are.
So he's going to turn his last attack on you.
Won't be hard.
We'll see. What, his attack or 19? Okay, so con save. 5 points of slashing.
Disadvantage. I'm not even gonna bother adding anything to that. Because I failed with this.
Okay, five points of slashing damage and 4 points of necrotic damage. And as he strikes you with that blow, I blind you like my pet. And your vision disappears. Your vision just goes dark.
That's a big problem.
Power word blind?
Oh no! A lot of
You
my
said that.
abilities
I didn't
rely
say
on
that.
I said that.
It's an ableist lich.
And that's it from him. We're at the top of the round, right, Brenda? Lollygagging out there, feeling this fresh wind on his face.
Well, that is very lovely, but I'm going to go check in because I feel like I can tell that my spell is no longer active. That's 5, 10, 15.
Grandpa!
And I can see through the line. I see.
Okay, all right.
I can see him, right? If that's straight line.
Yeah, if you can, through the doorway, if you can see him. Yeah, absolutely.
Wow, look at that. That's so lovely. And I am going to cast. Oh no. I don't think I have good enough range on that. Sorry. It's my 20 feet.
You know, he should have put his sword into Hilding because he's so pissed.
Hunden?
Or Hunden. Damn it.
Just like chopped their head off?
Well, no, he can't do that. But I mean, he should have just used his last strike on you. It wouldn't have killed you outright, but if it hit, it would have given you 2 crits.
Yeah.
I'm going to cast Dissonant Whispers at 3rd level. And I'm going to very, very gently whisper, "It's your bulgy night," while banging on the drum. So he has to make a... Oh, where'd that go? He has to make a Wisdom saving throw again.
Okay. Wisdom, and he rolls a 12.
Well, failed.
Okay.
And he's going to take 5d6 of psychic damage.
Okay.
Oh my god!
Ones?
Yeah, 3 of them. So 3, 6. That would be plus 5. 11 points of psychic damage. And he must immediately use his reaction, if available, to move as far as its speed allows away from me. The creature does not move into blah blah blah, all of that, and he's deafened.
Okay, so as this takes effect, he has to run right now, correct?
Yes, he uses his reaction.
Okay, to run 30 feet.
Yeah.
And so he would presumably move toward the door, the front door. So whatever the direct route is to the front door,
It is locked.
which is locked, but he would know that it's locked. So just move him in a direct line 30 feet away.
Would he have run into, what's her name's cage?
He knows there's no escape through there.
But, he has
But
to
it doesn't
get
matter.
that far
It doesn't
to get-
matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter because there is no escape for him right now since he's not unlocking doors.
Because he could get
In this moment. Yep, that's true. So yeah, that's the best move. And he's like, I know I killed her. And he takes the damage and runs away. Does that affect end?
He is now honestly, if available, moves that the creature does not move at all, and target makes a. Oh wait, never mind. He's not deafened. I don't. I think it does because it's just an instantaneous.
Okay. Yep. Just make If
It just makes him run away.
Okay. All right. So that costs you're up unless you got something else. Try to do.
That's all I got for the moment.
Yes, you're blind.
I'm flailing around with the knife thinking he's still there.
Yeah. So
My other abilities rely on sight, so that's literally all I'm doing for my turn.
so how far away is he from you?
30 feet. He moved away. Quick spell. From the pier effect.
No, actually,
It's like-
on that, this differs from the pier in that you can make a new save at the end of your turn.
No, his sphere. Because he's fear, right?
No one's here anymore.
This forces him to go and
Yeah.
Move away. Alright, well, he's nowhere near me because of that.
And this is not a concentration, so it's just there. So you can now make a save. You're going to save and save and save until you succeed for up to a certain amount of time. So
At the end of my turn?
at the end of your turn, yep.
I will roll with disadvantage and roll a 2.
Okay. All right. So, I mean, you can still technically move if you want, but you know where you are right now. So, but there's possibility that you'll run into something. Okay. So, I mean, do you want to stay where you are, or do you want to attempt to move?
For aesthetic, I turn and try to sprint full force into the wall and then turn back and start that shit. I'm useless right now.
All right. Roll a d4.
1.
Okay. So. All right, so you literally are able to do exactly what you planned to do, or what you just said you were going to do. Run into the wall and chink, 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 chink. You're flailing at the bricks with your dagger.
I'm just watching this from down the hall.
Get wounded and go. Wounded, you're up.
1 success.
Okay, so still unconscious, and Lord Devon. So he's going to make a beeline toward Typecast and make an attack against him.
Oh, weird. He has just enough movement to get exactly where it
How
was.
strange that is. And so you are blind and up against the wall. I believe he gets advantage against you. Actually, I don't know if he gets advantage. Let me check here. Can't see automatically fails any ability check and requires sight. Attack rolls are to advantage. Okay, yeah. So, and you in blind sight, any attack rolls against him if he's in range are at disadvantage, which doesn't matter for you. So, he's making an attack against you
With
and
advantage.
with advantage, and gets 21 on the first strike.
Yep.
Okay, so
Fighting the wall as he's approaching me with his great sword.
8 points slashing
Okay.
and 14 points necrotic. I'm not gonna make you make a. No, we're not gonna make another con save at this point.
8 points. You said 8 points in necrotic?
Yes.
Alright.
And the next attack was a 20.
It was 11 temporary.
Dirty 20? Okay. And so another 10 points of slashing damage
Still
and 14 points of necrotic.
like it.
I'm getting wrecked.
This
You stay standing over the dead person.
23. And so that's going to be 6 points of slashing.
You can describe what happens as I go.
Okay, so which Did this hit?
The last one.
Last-
Was
okay.
that 2 from the last hit?
Okay,
You
so
just hit.
yeah, so it doesn't matter. So right, so you go down unconscious and blinded, which your eyes are closed anyway, so it doesn't even matter. Anyway, that's it for him. He's moved, he's attacked, he's done everything he's gonna do.
You didn't even see it coming. You're like a submersible pilot.
Hot iron, and I turned that way and just felt things.
No need to use his bonus action, so that's gonna bring it. Stribrender, you just saw both of your recent friends. You know, you didn't have any like, you know,
Oh, I just
connection
my kinfolk are being taken down by a man.
outside of that. Okay, we can look at it that way too.
It's just not okay.
To be fair, we killed his dog. It's kind of a John Wick thing.
That's kind of fair, but oh man, I have very little I can do from this distance, and I cannot get very
Come
close.
closer.
Oh, you
Waiting for you. I'm waiting for
You can
you.
get through the door.
You think you're clever, trying to get me over there. Oh.
I thought it would work.
And I'm going to use one of my second level spell slots to cast Nefarious Mischief, which is going to create a 20-foot cube. I can fill a 20-foot cube,
Presumably around him.
presumably.
And
You know, I'm gonna actually. I'm sorry, friends. You're in the cube, but you don't worry.
Won't know what's happening.
A cube.
won't
centered-
feel a thing.
We'll say like that's the cube, right?
All right, what the
Unless we
cube
get
do?
damaged.
So I fill a 20-foot cube with draconic and fey magic. I'm gonna roll a d4, and that's a 4. So drops of molasses hover in the cube, making it difficult terrain until the start of my next turn.
Wow. Okay. And no save on that or anything, right?
No save on
Terrain
that.
effect.
So
Okay.
there's 4 different effects that can happen, and 3 of them do have saves attached to them. This one just
Got it. And typecast is having some really fucked up dreams right now.
Yeah. And I am going to take 5 feet, step forward. 5, 10, 15. I'm going to take 1 step forward, and then I'm going to backwards. And get even further from him.
Grandpa, but it's
Grandpa will be
Should have walked up and shut the door.
All right. Is that it for Stribrender?
Yeah, that's my turn.
Okay, typecast, make your death save.
Does a death save count as a saving throw?
No, a death save is going to be straight roll. So your intoxication wouldn't have any effect on that.
Yay. One success.
Okay.
One. One success.
And Hunden.
1 fail. Oh, no.
2 successes.
Wow. Wow. All right. So Lord Devant, not completely aware of, you know, how alive or almost dead the other Kabouter are, is focused completely on Stribrender. And he's got to move through some difficult terrain. So that's going to 10, 25? 10, 25, 30.
Yeah.
Okay, so that's going to put him right there, right? All right, so he gets here. He's going to dash right up to your base. I just want to be near you. I just want to be near you, my friend. This is symbiotic relationship. Come on, we have here.
Oh, see, look.
Can you dash and attack, or is that?
No, that's it. Yeah. Yeah, that's going to end his turn, but he's looking pretty fucked up right now. I mean, no doubt, but not quite as fucked up as your other Kabouter friends. And it's your go, man. You're at the top of the roll. Turn order here.
So if I cast a spell that's centered on a radius, and I'm the center of that radius, I'm affected by that spell, correct?
No, you're casting it.
Oh, okay.
Unless it's
Area of
Each
effect.
creature within. Oh, well, it would be.
like a terrain type situation or whatever.
Oh, so if I cast Shatter and I'm the center of that, I can take damage from that.
Well, you should shatter, I guess. Yeah, because
right.
you'd have to make a save.
I thought you were talking about like Thunderclap or the other one.
I was thinking like,
That comes out from you.
right.
Right. Yeah.
But
Well,
Yeah, but it's a 10-foot radius spear.
Yeah, but I would be in that sphere, and I guess Shatter goes off at a...
No, Shatter has a 60-foot range. That's why I've been casting it.
Yeah, if you
But I'm right next... No, that's not what I'm saying. I was saying if I centered it on myself, would I be affected?
Yes.
Yeah, that's why I was just
Oh,
asking. That's
but
all.
if
but you don't have to.
Yeah, but I'm not going to do that, right?
Okay.
yeah, not a good idea to cast
I
Shatter
could do
on.
that if I wanted to.
You could.
If I wanted
End
to
it all.
Typecast is frozen.
Oh no.
Oh, yeah, that's unfortunate.
Okay.
Still not gonna give my wife.
Wait, did somebody give me advantage that I never used?
Nope.
You were in the other hallway.
No.
Earlier?
Advantage.
I gave you advantage. And then, we both tried to give her advantage. That's right.
Who did wanted to, but you were in the perimeter hallway.
I was gonna.
Yeah. So I'm going to use 5 feet of my movement to strafe. But I'm still holding the drum and I'm doing like a little gig in place with the drum.
Getting slower. Like a heartbeat.
You know, I like to sump things, and I'm going to go for a smack with the club.
Okay.
Which, thanks to Silvery Barbs, because I haven't rolled a d20 yet within the past minute of combat, I get advantage. Natural 20!
Wow.
Oh, my lordy lord.
Pink. You hit him.
Yeah, so I can roll 2d4 then. So that's 5 plus 4, 9 points of bludgeoning damage. And because of the Crusher feat, he gets pushed back 5 feet into that bench. And he has disadvantage on his next attack roll thanks to that as well. And
Would he be pushed back further?
no, it's
Okay.
5 feet just
Okay.
with the bludgeoning damage. So
Got
every time
it.
I'm taking a swing with that club, he gets knocked back. It just happens.
But is he in the same space as the bench, is what I'm asking.
Oh,
Because if he's pushed back into that bench, he's got to make a dex save.
yeah, I guess he would be. Yeah.
Because that may... And so he falls prone. If he just falls into the bench, causing him to fall over.
Which will mean he will require half of his movement to get up. I'm
Right.
just going to go like Dr. Zoidberg. I'm going to go. One. So that'd be 10, 15, 20. Gets me up to the door.
Okay.
And that's all I have for right now.
Okay, Hunden, your third.
You should look him in the eye and lock the door.
I'm going to here with you. You're trapped.
Hunden failed one.
Uh-oh, 2 and 1.
Did I have had the saving throw then?
Oh, yes. How did we skip typecast?
I got a failure as well.
All right, so you're 1 and 1, and Hunden's 2 and 1. Okay, so Lord Devant is going to use half his movement to stand up, and it's only, what, 10 feet to you?
No.
Yeah.
So he's going to move 10 feet?
No, it's 15.
Yep.
Oh, if you go diagonal.
Yeah.
Okay, so striking against you with his greatsword once again. Angry as ever, hoping to put an end to this. 19 on the first blow.
I'm good. He has disadvantage on that.
Oh,
Yeah, from Crusher.
that's right. That causes a miss.
Nice.
Second is a nat 20.
Silvery Barb, second level.
That turns it into a 16.
That hits still.
Okay, but not a crit. Holy fuck. 8 slashing.
Okay.
No, sorry, 12 slashing
Oof.
and 7 necrotic with that hit.
And I have to make a con save, right?
And you have to make a con save.
Which I get advantage on because of Silvery Barbs.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, okay. And you're up against the wall, so you become.
I'm in the doorway. When I get through the doorway.
No, he blinds you. He chooses to blind you, and you lose your sight. And he's got one last shot at advantage. Oh, holy shit. 15. Best.
Is my armor class.
We managed to hit. Doing 8 slashing and 10 necrotic. You go down?
It's TPK that you wanted.
I really didn't want it.
Yes, he did.
But you killed this fucking dog. And sadly, as you go down, he just walks slowly to each one of you. Hildy, I'm going to give you. Hold on, before we do that though, it's going to take him. That's the end of his turn, actually. So let's just go back to the start. Go ahead and make your death save.
Succeed.
Okay. Typecast. Make your death save.
Succeed.
All right. So 2 and 1. Moondin.
Made it.
So you're. Well, you know what? It doesn't fucking matter because you're not awake. Yeah. You're
unconscious for 24 hours.
So he gets the satisfaction of watching you die as he goes one to the next. And it doesn't matter if you're making saves or not. Just planting his great sword into each one of your little bodies.
Well, we're teeny. He thinks we're dead. Would he do that, or would he
eat us?
No. Actually, one of the last things you hear, as your consciousness slips into oblivion. I've always wanted puppets.
We're gonna fight ourselves.
And that is where we end this sad session.
Sad session, sad.
You guys actually did really good, and I gotta tell you, man, Redbender should have used that lesser restore.
Yeah, I know.
Because I was kind of counting on it.
I thought about it. It was like metagaming to me.
No, but it's still because you think he's drunk. You're gonna cast it on him, and that would not have permanently resolved his issue, but it would have for a short period of time.
And then all of a sudden,
Because he would have had to get drunk again. So it might, you know, I mean.
Can we talk about our characters then?
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Talk about the characters.
I was famous minstrel for the king, and I was doing really well, and then a rival gave me a magical vial of rum. And if you failed the saving throw for it, it's an ever-filling bottle of rum, but you're just persistently drunk.
oh my god.
Forever, you're upset. You don't never want to lose your rum.
It was cursed.
It was cursed, yeah.
Yeah.
So I was
Nice.
drunk for 10 years.
I was just a dick.
Yeah, I'm a Napoleon complex little gnome guy who gets into tavern fights constantly, and my humor is all just making fun of people.
What level were you guys?
5.
I was 10.
Fucker.
That's why I had such a bad nerve.
That's so funny because he linked the characters, and I saw it was like 5, 10. I was like, oh, he must be testing something. I thought nothing of it, and then when you rolled it like 4th level spell, I was like, you fucking.
I was like, oh crap, did I do something wrong? And I was looking.
I didn't see all the characters. In fact, when he had first said, put up your picture, I put up a picture in the main channel, and then I went, oh, this is supposed to be private. So I took it off and put it.
I didn't see the picture. I saw a notification that you posted a picture. I went to click it, and you already removed it.
Yep.
Because I figured it was supposed to be. So I didn't see
It was supposed to be, but I didn't realize that they could see. I thought that was just a link to your character sheet.
No,
I didn't realize it was through the whole campaign.
Oh.
So that was my fuck up, but it's funny.
I saw names and I just ignored them. I just noticed the level 10 because I was like, which one's tries? Oh, shit.
But you, my friend, fucked up because, well, actually, you guys could have checked for rumors. You could have asked around about this guy when you were in the town.
Absolutely.
We just went straight over.
Yeah, you forgot. And the other thing is that because of your history, in the court of King Gradlin, had you asked about this guy, you would have learned all about him.
I was drunk.
You were.
That's fine.
You were.
So, unfortunately for Mike, I try to stay as, I guess for lack of a better word, anti-meta as possible. So in my head, my character's a bard. She's out to make money.
Yep.
Right? And she's a cocky, bitchy person. She's not going to listen to any of these people.
Yeah.
So Mike was like, oh, we should find out who is this person. Where I didn't even ask for directions to the house. We just assumed and he's like, oh, you guys probably know where the house is. Yeah. But that was, trust me, if I would have been 10th level, then my character would know how to do such and such, but I'm figuring at 5th level.
Yeah.
Not being perpetually drunk.
That's like one of the things I do with Hildy, like the other day when Hildy casts fire at the demon. Mike knows fire's not going to work, but Hildy didn't. But now Hildy does.
Yep.
Hildy learned.
Yeah.
Hildegard.
No, and I agree. You guys all did a great job with your characters that you had no idea. I mean, the audience to know that I gave them these characters, and
Yeah,
so
he did.
they're not the
I'm
ones that.
frozen now.
It's okay. We're doing like the right.
Immediately.
What is going on?
Oh no.
I also like to say, if we did ask around about this guy and find out all this stuff, then where would we be with the one shot? Be like, all right, we're not going to hit that.
I hear you guys back on it.
Let's go back in the tavern.
All right, guys, let's go
Entertain.
party. Let's go busk for the next 4 hours.
You would have had to improv the fight with the centaur.
Yeah, I was thinking
I was
that.
thinking.
I was thinking about that, and well, I was saying if we had enough time, maybe the centaur would be standing out there with with his own club. Yeah, it's funny now, is it?
So I thought you. Okay, I gave you a little too much credit. I think because
great.
you're an author. I was like, oh, so the two people, those are going to be our antagonists, the dwarf and the centaur, and whichever one does worse is going to be our main antagonist.
So you know what you do. Next time somebody's sick, can't make it, whatever, we do these one level less. We're not level 5, we're level 4, you're level 8, whatever. Because how do we get to know each other? Right?
Oh, it's how we met up.
Same characters, but
The
earlier.
origination.
The origin story of the 3 bards. Oh, jeez.
Let me tell you a story about a couple small German.
So, you guys got to see a TPK. Congratulations.
Oh well,
Apparently we'll be puppets one day. So.
but I killed the dog.
Can't wait to see how this ties into the greatest event.
You never know. Thank you all for joining us tonight, and we'll see you next week with another episode of The Greatest Adventure. Have a good night.
Aphrodite, Ventus, Chaos, Dionysus, Hera, Hermes, Icarus, Narcissus, Medusa, Ephesus, Ashalalala, Sisus, Minerva, Ecobibus. I love it when you couscous. Aphrodite, Ventus, Chaos, Dionysus, Hera, Hermes, Icarus, Narcissus, Medusa, Ephesus, Ashalalala, Sisus, Minerva, Ecobibus. I love it when you couscous.